Showtime, showtime, showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 8 Hour Stars Cup Battle of Regions. It is the finals of this group. It's your boy Priest bringing you guys the action with 8R and METAGOOGOL.TECH, your one-stop all things esports and social media as well. iPhone 15 is up for grabs as well. There's a competition ongoing, so make sure to check that out on all our social media platforms as well. But, ladies and couple of interesting teams there to pop through, and then we moved on here. The group finals. 18 teams will battle it out. We started with 24, but unfortunately, the bottom six got eliminated, and now we have 18 teams in the group finals today. We're going to have 5 matches up for you. $6,200 up for grabs. That's where you're trying to be. That is what you're trying to do. 1 point per elimination. And now you're trying to be into that top 8 so at least you put some points on the board for your team. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an interesting next couple of hours because it's going to set the precedent for how we, advance going into tomorrow and the next set of games. Because you can see a couple of teams we have participating today: DRS, Genesis Esports, 141, Exquisite, Hale, Dera United, Horror. Oya is here as well. T2K, Bro, Leo Esports, Playbook Esports, ADE, DR, STE, Yangon, HGD, and Enigma. Enigma just brushing it through on the final day of the playoffs, and they've booked themselves a slot in the group finals. It's not over just yet. The top 3 teams will be booking their place in the grand finals, one step closer to that money, and that's where they're trying to be. That's where they're trying to pop out. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 5 matches for you today. It makes me remember, the previous group in the finals. You got Aranjo Miramar, a little bit of Sanok in the center. Then we wrap up with Aranjo Miramar again. Now it gets very crazy. It gets very crazy when we have Miramar in the center, because after teams play Miramar, they just go off blasting in the next couple of games. All of the strategy goes out the window. We saw this happen, in the previous groups, and we saw more and more of that style of play coming into the next couple of phases of the game. So I would be looking out for a couple of teams, especially in that Sanok game, to pop off some eliminations and get everything straight out the gate. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've got match 1 ready. We're match day live. We have an interesting play zone moving in from a little bit of a southwest to a northeast. Tricky. Yeah, it's a very tricky zone though, but I think it should be fine. Cuts across the middle. As you can see, the guys from Leo just occupying a very beautiful position in that kind of little tricky split, but that should do well enough for them. They are sitting very, very pretty there as well. Ooh, it's Minor just tries to pop through. Ooh, catch an interesting set of shots across, but he's going to be dropped away. And STE already back back into the lobby. And Oyo unfortunately did not let that one bit off a little bit more than they can chew there, but it is what it is. And I think we're seeing an interesting turn of events here, but Oya already up there with 4, 1 apiece for everyone. You're already starting on a very strong foot. And we're down to 16 teams already. And Playbook Esports are one of the teams that didn't necessarily crack into the top 5 or top 6, but will be nice to look out for them. They heavily rely on the third parties. They do not necessarily seek 4-on-4s. They're more of a lean in the shadows type of team, so they do not necessarily have to, book a position outcourse. But hopefully that strategy works out for them here because it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a whole lot for them to do something, otherworldly here. But S- SDE, a little bit on the back foot right now. We'll have to reset, reposition coming into the next couple of games. Every point counts. Every single point counts here. You cannot get caught slipping. You cannot let it slip away. Playbook Esports sensationally close to the guys from Hale. Hale, one of the teams to look out for. NC2 Joker, the Tiger as well. But they are playing as two, unfortunately. But who is he aware that there's someone there? I think he is. No, he's not. His gun is holstered. He's not making. Okay, he's not. Oh! Ooh, that was unfortunate. Switches up, but he's gonna get the shot. NC2 cannot surprise him. Wow. Element of surprise did not surprise at all. Playbook Esports getting cooked, and I talked about this right now. They're not the best when it comes to head-on engagements. They do love their third parties, though. Wow, NC2. I did not think that was going to happen. But unfortunately, Playbook Esports will be losing their first body. And that will tell you that Hale Esports are not taking any prisoners. Would expect a whole lot more, but it is the pressure that comes with playing in the finals. If you bite off a little bit more than you can chew, you'll suffer the consequences. Supermazine tries to switch vehicles. We'll use the buggy this time, trying to gather intel on the guys from YG. Again, they will be playing off a little bit of an eastern side, but the play zone is not the most friendly part of this game right now, so it would take a little bit more than they thought going forwards. As ADE did turn up on the last day of the playoffs. They turned up heavy, and they made it happen. Woo! Haran, bro. Now, these guys also turned up on the last day. Putting up a little of work there, but few might get popped. They might get dropped. It looks like a little bit of terrain would work in. Oh, Holmes. Yeah, Federales tries to pop that one over to the northern side, but unfortunately, Yumza is not the one you're trying to mess with. That's for sure. Genesis Esports already circling the block, already feeding the intel around. They're looking to, I think, take this position quickly. Because if you know Genesis Esports, you know that they do not waste time when it comes to snatching positions. Master Ichi already brewing in from the western side, might decide to pop in over, but they will hold on for the time being. Again, Umzai still putting the pressure on, still within sight. He has popped the vehicle, giving it considerable damage, but again, Federales does have a plan of his own. Genesis Esports will be circling around like sharks. Might be smelling blood in the water. His range will play off the back line. I've always been a fan of this Watertown area. It's a very hard area to breach, and you can play off of this position for the longest time without getting spotted. You know, I've always liked that area. I've always been a fan of it. But to what end? Supermazine, one of my favorite players actually. That's a fantastic spray from Hora. And Sky continues to spray on, will catch the shot. And HGD in trouble now. But fortunately for him, his teammates are within reach. The spray is disingenuous. Sky, will he make the advance? It looks like he might take this one. And DRS start their onslaught for the first time today. Hora again, looking for the angles to breach through the east side. Here they go. All of them inside vehicles looking for that opening, but Hale Esports are within touching distance as well, starting to spray through. But unfortunately, that will not be the case. They will have to play off the backside. And HED popping the smokes all over, but they will get the reset and will reposition. Fortunate for them, as Hora will send a couple of shots their way, but unfortunately, nothing untoward will come out of that one. Here comes Hora again. Mafia Ninja now trying to deal with the rest of it. The onslaught has not ended. Smoke's already coming out to deal with, but no fear has been knocked away. Hora Esports on the receiving end this time. They looked for the trouble, and now they found it. Hora now down to 3. Hale Esports still on the northern side. They do have the opportunity for a third party here from the northern side, and it might do the trick. Grenade over the top from Sky. He's been absolutely brilliant so far, but unfortunately, he's not been able to find his footing just yet. Pops another grenade over the top, but unfortunately, will not connect. Tries to spray through, tries to hold back again. The tree line is the angle they're looking for, but Hale Esports still in the vicinity. They might have to be careful here. Sky is in serious danger. And they will have to play off the angles for the time being. They are currently a 3-man, so they will have to be very careful. But here comes Joker and Hale Esports. Now they're cooking. Another one bites the dust. Sky for HGD will be the next victim. And Hale Esports will bag yet another one as a 2-man step. That's what we love to see. Rix is on the smoke, trying to hold off. And Mafia Ninja's there as well. Rix has been knocked away with a beautiful grenade over the top. But here comes Sky. Hops into the corner. Hasn't given away his position just yet. Might be deciding to circle the area around that position. And Hora Esports are looking for it again and again. Trix is over. Trying to sink over the top. Trying to hold off again. Baby girl has found that opening. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. That's a beautiful DBS to Clarks. And Sky continues to pop through. I think Baby Girl is the sink. I think. But they need to be careful of Hale Esports as well. They are dangerously close, dangerously hanging around. And Exquisite Esports finally getting a taste of their own medicine as well. Yangon will not let them out of their sights easily. NC2 and Joker just laying in the background, waiting for an opportunity to spray through. HGD down to 1. And Mafia Ninja and the rest of the guys from Hora will just reposition and find their way back into Yasnaya as the play zone starts to capsize. Mafia Ninja. And here comes Exquisite. Lufa Boy tries the first grenade. And it might jump over to the top. Beautiful grenade, actually. Might do the trick. And it does do the trick. Cute Loki. Knocked away. Beautiful. Beautiful. From Exquisite. And that was fantastic from Lufa Boy. And now they have the upper hand. But Lufa Boy will get uprooted almost immediately by Cloud. And it's a one-off trade. Exquisite again, looking for the angles. Beautiful shot to work through again. Switches to the AUG, tries to spray through. Lufa Boy might get picked up by 4th row. But the utility's already coming outside. Hops into the vehicle, and that might do the trick. Yangon still down to 3. They've not been able to get the reset just yet. Cute Loki now taking so much damage. But I think they will be able to hold him off. Finally getting picked up again. Lufa Boy trying to hawk through. And another angle to work through again. UI tries to spray through towards the right-hand side. And Lufa Boy will be getting finished. Back into the lobby he will go. Exquisite down to 3. 4 versus 3 now. Yangon looking very, very strong by the second. As Romeo Boy is prone. He's not giving away his position just yet. But that grenade might do the trick. That's a fantastic grenade. Fortunately, a little bit too far off. And YG trying to hold this position just north of the shooting range. Oh, Nyx has been swept away, but here comes Nathan swept away as well. 4th row has been knocked off. Yangon now looking like they're starting to capitalize here. One after the other, they start to bite off. UI, the last one left. Beautiful grenade to do the trick. Can his grenade set them back apart? He might decide to blow him up. Unfortunately, it won't work. Cute looking now, looking for the advance, and that will be the end. Exquisite back into the lobby, and that is how you breach a position. Beautiful play from Yangon Galacticos, and now DR on the receiving end. He didn't even go for the reset first. He just started to cook. And DR down to 2, down to 1, far away, will be sent back into the lobby. His teammates will have to be very careful to hold on in that position. But PBE, guys from Playbook Esports now running into Genesis. Oh, that's a nice spray. Tries to catch Yumzai onto the little bit of a corner there, but unfortunately, it didn't expose all of him. Cool. Might decide to pop over to Manat Boy as well to hold him off, but Yali has to be very careful. He does have a little bit of a terrain position to play with, but the grenades might start to come out. Genesis do know how to use their utilities. They know exactly what they're looking for. This might be the game changer. That's a fantastic grenade. It's a little bit of the on the low side. The grenades are coming out one after the other, but I think there might be a little bit of trouble there. Charged it a little bit too long. We'll decide to charge it to the game. Yali's still up, trying to hold the high ground, but Genesis now starting to pop it through. Menat Boy will be knocked away by Cool. Playbook Esports now looking for that opening. Totally forgot Master Ichi from the backside. Will be knocked away. Genesis down to 2 now. Now the chaos is in Playbook Esports' favor. Now they have the numbers advantage. Genesis Esports getting cooked one after the other. And now Umzai might be the one spot. Beautiful spray from Yali onto the top side. Will catch the first. Will he catch the second? Cool has been knocked away. Genesis still not letting this one rest. Oh, that's a beautiful push. Smile, the top G. Pops again. But Moonboyless will close it out. Genesis Esports will be swept away by Playbook Esports, and I did not see that coming. I really thought Top G was going to cook. But unfortunately, he was stopped in his tracks by Moonboyless. That was absolutely beautiful from Playbook Esports, and that's how you know. That is, in fact, the playbook. Oh, what a spray that was. Yangon losing their first player, Cloud, courtesy to Avaya. As a point of view, we'll give them his point of view. And that's how they will start off. 5 eliminations, currently in the lead, but that never stopped them. Daybot has a... you can see the guys from Dewa United, they're just looting all the airdrops. It looks like they have a strategy here. Once you start hearing those airdrop weapons, you know what time it is. And Oya will be playing a little bit of a compound defense. I mean, they are playing from terrain to compound, so that's that tells you something. That tells you something interesting, at least. So you have an idea what it is they are trying to accomplish. A lot of bodies going down, but Severny is where it's at. It's going to be an interesting one here, but looks like the guys from Bro will try to breach. We'll try to go for the reset, but the high ground was looking too strong. Federales tries again. DBS to the top head. Beautiful shot. Tries to play out from the right-hand side. The jump shot might be the trick here. Phases left, right, and center. Tries to pop through, but the overwhelming numbers will saturate that position. And T2K will walk out on top. Love was the perpetrator. It's a 4-piece for Love. Love won't be showing no love. Super Mazine crawling. And Super Next playing from the backside as well. And Super Mori is looking for that opening to play off. Oh, but he's going to be dropped immediately there by Zul. And ADE in trouble now. Does have the grenade. Tries to pop through, but exposed himself a little bit too much from the window side. And Kenneth will close it out. United are cooking, absolutely tearing up the scenes right here. ADE are getting overwhelmed. There's too many bodies for them to focus on. And Dover United are trying their absolute best. They are up to 5, but unfortunately they've lost 2 and then might be losing 3. But Unox, the next one to bite the dust. Unfortunately, he's too far away. He will not be getting picked up. Kenneth, just by the edge of the compound there, trying his absolute best to hold on. Now, yes, Knox will be sent back into the lobby. Mori getting tagged up. Will be finished by son. And Leo Esports are just cruising. 3 eliminations, you're cruising just fine. They have a fantastic position, but Kenneth has to move out of that compound if he knows what's good for him. The guys from Yangon will turn this into a very, very tasty peanut butter and jelly sandwich. They will squeeze him out. And there will be a little bit of that one as well. But DRS, they've been really silent so far. And that's not good for anyone. That is not good for anyone. But then they didn't start popping off. So you already know that they're playing it slow. Trying to see what everybody's bringing to the table. Always gauge your enemy. That's the idea. You can take a look. Cora already have their sights set. They do have a DRS within sight. But there's only so much you can do from that position. Oh, and that's Himson again with another spray. And another confirmation. YG back into the lobby. They will go in 12th place. But I think they got some nice eliminations, so it's not too bad for them. Kenneth is still inside of the circle. I think Himson has an idea that he's still in there. They're not going to let him slide away with this one, but the play zone is already at their heels. Fortunately for Kenneth, he has a vehicle to navigate with, but he might get blown away there. How is he tracking him, though? Because he's not visible. So I had no idea how he was tracking him there, but wasn't physically visible on the map line. And now Leo Esports. They're always good at first days. They did start very, very strongly in the playoffs on day 1. But by day 2, they got a little carried away. Sky will be on the receiving end once more, and it's all left to Desync now. To do something about it, tries to spray onto DRS. But DRS will snatch Sky away. And Sky did have the only eliminations for Hora. And DRS's position, you can already tell, you can see what they're doing, you can smell it. They're playing from the high ground, they're playing from the north. And I think we've got a new player joining us, it's Rotso G. So we've got, I believe we're missing who are we missing from DRS? Oh, HGD finally sent back into the lobby. They did manage 1 elimination on that count. Space 4 of the circle. There's a lot of bodies. Mafia Ninja still looking for an opportunity, but he's going to be tagged up. His position has been compromised. He's going to be overwhelmed now, surely. Delta pulls up from the back line. DBS in hand. Tries to pop through. Smoke to shield his position, but Killer with the grenade starts to kill him off. Desync is prone, just hanging on there. And surely he has been spotted. He pops the smoke. And surely that smoke will give away his position. Simple with a grenade over the top. Desync will be desynced out of the lobby. And DRS up to 4, 2 apiece. And here we go again. Cooking. Straight out the kitchen. Oya up 6 eliminations now. They're still looking strong. They have 4 up. They're playing as 4. Solid. They've not had any reason to worry so far. You can see them playing off the edge of the circle there. And they can see them with a tremendous split. I think they would play a little bit of a square split, just a little bit of a tricky one to hold out. So Enigma will start to make their ascent inside of that play zone and return fire onto Sky 9. I have to be careful there to work through. Hill Esports is still alive and they're playing as a 2-man step. No Sky only, no Tiger. Just 2-man. They're doing a fantastic job so far. Top 8. Placement points already in the bag, that's for sure. But Dewa United, unfortunately, their strategy of packing all the airdrops didn't work out in their favor. And Oya now looking stronger by the second, but they have a little bit of a worry there. Astro has been knocked away, and I don't know if they can get him up. But that might compromise their formation. Delta pulling up to the scene. DRS looking for that opening. He pops over, and he's going to be prone immediately, trying to find an angle onto the guys from Oya again. But Astro finally getting picked up. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one there. But moving Wireless, I believe, was on the receiving end of some chaos. And back into the lobby he will go as well. And Leo Esports looking stronger by the second. Cool. Almost got picked off there. But he's inside of the circle, I believe, just a couple inches away. Leo Esports will breach this position. I believe they're trying to get rid of Cool. He might be the only thorn in their side. Yes, he will be stopped by Dami. Beautiful spray across. And that will be wrapping things up. But Killer now will be the next one spotted up. Leo Esports trying to deal with DRS, but they have the high ground. It's going to be a very tricky one to hold off as well, as they do have to focus on Enigma playing off on the backside and Oya as well. All of these teams have all their players complete, so it's going to take a little bit of work to work through. But here comes Hale Esports as well, trying to deal with the guys from T2K. One after the other, they start to bounce. Roots again tries to spray over to the northern side, and Sangam will be the next victim. Beautiful spray over to the top. Two players from Leo Esports already down, and it looks like DRS will clutch this one. They're trying to steal away that position. The northern side looking very, very caked up, but DRS looking stronger and stronger. Astro and the rest of the guys from Oya trying to make their advance inside of that next zone. The circle now starts to shrink off. And another opportunity for DRS to steal this one away. 4 eliminations for them. And now they're trying to deal with Leo Esports. They're trying to keep an angle there and an opportunity to pop through to hold off. Here comes Killer. Charging the grenade, charging to the game. This one might do the trick. This grenade might hurt and bounces over the top. Yes, it will hurt. Cuts in inside. Killer killing with those grenades. Absolutely beautiful to watch. Finally spotted. And DRS will seal the deal on Leo Esports, will cut them away from the lobby. Oya now have occupied the north, but they're not inside of the play zone, and that's where it's so tricky. DRS occupying the entire play zone, playing from east and the western sides, all as a single unit. Delta might be getting overwhelmed here, but Killer and the rest of the team are pulling up to the scene as well, trying to hold off. First chicken dinner of the night, or rather of the day, but it cannot always be night. As Killer gets an angle there, beautiful spray onto Astro, and will catch a body, immediately drops him to the ground, and Ross finally makes his HP levels back to 100%. DRS now playing off the angles. Surely they've got that one to work through. Oya point of view has seen his point of view. Back into the lobby he will go. Oya looking strong. DRS masterclass. You can't even deny. I told you. You could tell what their strategy was. They're playing it slow, driving through, lawn mowing. DRS again, 10 eliminations. They're not stopping. Stop for what? They're not. Absolutely not. Oya on the receiving end again. T2K down to 1, and now another opportunity to work through. Here comes Jane. He's been spotted, trying to play off. Ross versus Jane, so 1 versus 1. Phase him over, sends it back into the lobby. Make that 11. DRS again, trying to pop through. Angles on angles. Ross is not letting this one slide away. And Enigma now in a 4 versus 1 against Delta. They will have to reposition and hold the angles there. But here comes the DBS. Delta pops one down, pops the finish, tries to pop through 2 for 2. Delta again. DRS not letting it slump. Jump shot again, causes a little bit of damage, deals him again, tries to pop through. Delta from DRS cocking through, and that will be the end. DRS chicken dinner with no stress. You can't even make this up. Absolutely tearing through. Enigma, what a way to wrap it up. DRS, chicken dinner. I don't even know how many points they got. I have no idea. They were just going crazy. The moment I saw that they had the play zone in the chokehold, I knew that there was no way. There was absolutely no way. It's a DRS masterclass, ladies and gentlemen, and that is how you make it happen. What a way that was. You can't even make this up. Wow. DRS masterclass, man. I'm trying to remember who was replaced in in the lineup to bring Ruts in, but Ruts was absolutely brilliant. I can't even tell who the MVP is gonna be, but I think he's gonna be Delta because he was cooking, man. He was absolutely cooking. What a game that was. What a game that was. DRS. I mean, I saw it. They were playing it slow, playing from the north. I already saw what they were trying to do. The moment they started to play from the north and they had one player inside of the zone playing from deep, playing from the deep, I already knew, yeah, this is one of those games where they're gonna start cooking later on, you know. And most of the teams that were coming in from the western side all got overwhelmed with other teams, and DRS already had the idea of playing from the hillside downwards. It worked out perfectly for them. Delta, the MVP, he was cooking, man. His damage level was crazy with 3 eliminations, 700 plus. That's to tell you that bro did not rest. That DBS was swinging from side to side, dropping ops left, right, and center. Unfortunately for him, all he got was 3 eliminations, but that's not gonna that's not gonna hinder him at all. Beautiful, beautiful game coming in from DRS. Simple, Roots, and Killer. What is that? That's 13. 13 eliminations between 3 of them. And I think Delta got 3, so that's 16. 16 eliminations between them, man. That's crazy. Kenneth and Roots as well, all also in here alongside Delta. That should tell you something. DRS, ladies and gentlemen, they've started again. They've started that thing that we've seen them do time and time again. They've started it, and hopefully they will keep the momentum. But what a way to start things up. What a way to start things up. 26 points. You can't make this up. Oya did a magnificent job of trying to hold on, but they got so overwhelmed, man. 11 points on the board. And that tells you something, because they've got Leo following suit with 10 points, 7 eliminations out of that. T2K with 9, Enigma with 8, Hale with 7. I am impressed with Hale. 7 points with a 2-man step is crazy. And Dell United, unfortunately, getting stopped out there, but they did get some eliminations as well. 7 for them too. Playbook Esports with 5. YG with 5 as well. Horror with 2. AGD with 1. Genesis Esports with 1. And AD, Bro, DR, Exquisite, and STE, unfortunately, have not been able to find their footing just yet, but it is just match 1. It's never too late. Never too late at all. 60 total eliminations and 2 airdrops looted by the guys from Delaware United. We already know that how that went. And 243 throws used, I think. I think this is the highest one. I believe this is the highest one that I've seen so far. And Dami with almost 400 meters in that elimination. But DRS will take away that chicken dinner for match 1 of the 8-hour Stars Cup Group Finals Day 1. What a way to wrap things up. What a way to wrap things up for match 1. You can't even make this up. You can't even make this up. DRS Masterclass, you love to see it. But ladies and gentlemen, we've still got 4 maps ready for you. And don't forget, Sanok is going to be in there. So stay strapped and stay ready. It's the 8-hour Stars Cup Battle of Regions. And we'll be right back after this break to give you guys some Miramar action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It is the 8 Hour Stars Cup Battle of Regions. It is the finals, and we just witnessed a DRS masterclass in Aranjo. What a way to start the day. 26 points on the board for them already, 16 eliminations. You can't even get any better than that. But it is not over just yet. Remember, it is the top 3 teams that will be advancing into the grand finals, and this is where their journey will actually start. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, it is brought to you by ADAR and METAGOOGOL.TECH. If you don't have the app, download the app from METAGOOGOL.TECH on your Android or Apple devices. Now you already know how to get there. METAGOOGOL.TECH. That is METAGOOGOL.TECH. If you're trying to download the app, and don't forget, downloading the app, putting the word out there will get you one step closer to that iPhone 15. You will be a little bit surprised at how the teams have been doing their best so far. But remember, it's nothing untoward. It's all new. And now we are in Miramar, the desert county. I'm going to take a little bit of convincing. Interesting playing path. We have a little bit of Puerto Paricio in there. I think we'll be playing a little bit of the south. This will be very nice for those teams that do actually love to play a little bit of the south and call it south. The last map was a southwest to northeast. Now we have a little bit of southeast to northwest. If you don't know your coordinates, is gonna be so tricky, for you. But that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to save the day. So we have a little bit of this and a little bit of that in there. We've got Los Leones in the cut. We've got El Azahar in the cut as well. We've got Minas Generales in the cut as well. La Bendita is very, very possible. La Cobriera as well. I think we've got Graveyard in that as well. Maybe a little bit of El Pozo, but I think Shumacera and Minas de Valle will be out of touch. Yeah, I think Minas de Valle will be out of touch. Valle de Mar will also be out of touch. I don't think anybody's going to be going there unless the players will be forcing anyone there. But here comes STE again. Looks like might be getting to a little bit of something. There's a lot of bodies around them. I think Oya will be around that position as well. Might take a page from their book. And yes, just like I thought, the play zone will actually be moving to Ladriela, Monte Nuevo, and Chumacera. So most of those teams will still have to advance a little further south. But now STE and Leo Esports head-to-head. Might be time. Ooh, he's heard it. He's heard what gun it is. He knows what gun it is. He's not trying to give that one too much emphasis. Fortunately, the sheer numbers. Ooh. That hurt. ST again getting caught out. But this time by Leo Esports. Hopefully they've learned their lesson. They will need to be very careful going forwards. So I believe Minor is still within reach. I don't know if they're aware that he's there. But I don't think they do. I don't think they know. So that might speak volumes to his position. But Slipknot and the rest of Leo Esports, I think they should be fine in power grid. I don't think they will have any bit of a disturbance here. Not going to be giving off any kind of extra incentive, going forward. So again, it could be a part of a strategy thing, for day one. But Hale Esports are back to full strength. I think no Tiger for us today, but we've got Stagot by. So I believe all the substitutions for the finals are starting to pay off. We saw rules in that previous game cooking as well. I'm sure the fans love that one. But it's not over just yet. Hill Esports, Exquisite Esports sharing an area. Might take a... All it does take is one miscalculation, and all hell will break loose. You are just seeding through. Sky Only will be looking for that opening, looking for that miscalculation. NC2 is prone in the next couple of buildings. I believe he's feeding the intel to Sky Only, so Sky Only will continue to peek into that general direction. Can't seem to find the angles just yet. Does have him in his crosshairs, but does he know that though? Does he know that he's in his crosshairs? Ooh. And fourth row manages to jump right through. The smoke's already coming out. And that's how you tell that they are so good. And STE will get their own pound of flesh. Slipknot will be the victim. So one apiece. Sky Only now, circling around. UI, the rest of the Exquisite Esports. Oh, grenade from NC2. Immediate effect. Fourth row will bite the dust on that one. And now UA has to play off to the backside. Sky Only trying to make a rotation from the right-hand side. Looking for that opening to jump through. Trying to singe in. And now's the opportunity to work through. Thompson, 50 rounds. Unfortunately, NC2 will close that one immediately. That's that ICUMP. He does a magnificent job of working through to hold off. Exquisite now down to 3. UI again pops one over. Beautiful grenade. Might hurt a little bit there. NC2 will receive that damage, but he pops over. Beautiful shot to Seeing as well. And Hail Esports now lose one. Sagobai has been knocked away back into the lobby. He will go, but here comes the S12K. Shot over the right-hand side from NC2, but unfortunately it will not connect. Nathan now trying to reset and reposition, trying to hold off the hand side. And Lufa Boy might be on the receiving end right now, but Nathan trying to circle the corner there, but he's trying to tag him up. 1-for-1, and he might get dropped off. 1 HP is NC2, and Hail Esports will have to hold on a little bit longer. Molotov cocktail to follow, but Lufa Boy getting caught out by Joker, and Hail now back onto the front foot. Nathan trying to play off to the backside and trying to run away from the ops. 3 down. I believe it is Nathan that's left. Chasing down, popping through, and that will be the end. Exquisite Esports back into the lobby. They will go 4 for Hill. And they started very, very strongly as well, but unfortunately the new player in has not been able to find his footing just yet. But unfortunately, he will be watching the rest of this one from the lobby. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy that his teammates did avenge him. And that's what we love to see. Hail Esports, you got to respect them. Like I said, I did mention, I ran into the manager for Hail Esports Thailand. And when I was in the Global Esports Games in Saudi Arabia, I did meet him. I saw him. He was pretty cool. Gave me a couple of tips and tricks for why Thailand is one of the strongest regions out there. So we love to see that one. We do love to see that. You know, bro. Looking towards the north, you can see the guys from Enigma. I think they have an idea of where their position is, but bro, one of the few teams so far that hasn't gotten an elimination or any point whatsoever, actually. They will be looking to change their fate in this game. A lot of utilities here for few, but I believe you can make do with what you have. It's all about making do. because hopping out of that two-seater will have you reconsidering your options, you know. DRS. If you can see the position they are occupying on the map is a very interesting position. And again, it's a little bit too early to call anything really, but I think we're about to see, you know, the teams that will be performing differently in Miramar in this next couple of days. You know, we're gonna have something to look out for when it comes to these teams. You know, when it comes to Miramar for these teams, there's a whole lot of Miramar coming through, but it looks like Kenneth has already started his onslaught onto DR, and Sky Away will be far away. Back into the lobby. DR will be losing their first player, courtesy of Kenneth, and Dewa will be looking to get into that top 3. Guys, tell me in the chat, what are your predictions for top 3 today? Just today. What are your predictions for top 3? Do you think it's gonna, you know, do you think it's gonna remain like this, or do you think there's gonna be a change coming in towards the last game? You know, do you think DRS is still gonna be in the top 3 by the end of today? Tell me, guys, in the comments. Ooh, Hale on the receiving end now. No fan will be swerking through. Killer has been knocked away. Ooh, nice spray. But Killer will be back into the lobby. DRS now. Receiving exactly what they do, the damage they do be dealing out to others. Simple pops that gas can, not be a victim of the gas can itself. And Delta is hurt a lot. Actually, DRS on the defensive. Or playing defensive is not necessarily their strongest suit, especially if they are playing inside of a compound that is on the low ground. You know, it's gonna be a lot for them to hold on. But I think there's someone in there with the Sharks for DRS. As Rolls again will be circling back. Genesis Esports, it looks like they just pulled up to the scene, but Rosa is back into his vehicle. Here comes him, Master Ichi, but he's going to be dropped by the right-hand side. And Master Ichi will close that one out. Genesis Esports just crashing into the scene. And Delta now will be the next one to follow. Claire will catch him off guard. Genesis Esports surely now know exactly what they're trying to do here. And they are trying to snatch this one away with the quickness. What a DRS. Will be the second team back into the lobby. And now the gap at the top is very, very much open for any team that dares take it away. DRS and Leo Esports will be sent back. The top 2 teams back into the lobby already. You can see the guys from Harambro, they're not letting this one rest. Master Ichi losing tire after tire. But he's going to be prone immediately now, and it's going to take a little bit of work to find a position inside of that circle to do something for Genesis. Genesis didn't necessarily have the best start in the previous game. They did get snuffed out by Playbook Esports in the 3 versus 4, I might add. But now they have the opportunity to revamp, to revitalize Top G, one of the MVPs from the playoffs. He's looking for that opening. Master Ichi has been knocked away there. Here comes Kenneth trying to circle back onto Joker's position. Oh! But unfortunately, he turned his back. And Dewa United will make him pay for that one. You never turn your back, man. You never turn your back. I was expecting the reset, but unfortunately, that was not the case. Dewa United will walk out of this one unscathed. They do reset themselves and get their bodies back on track. Guys from Haram, bro, have been enjoying this little dip or this little terrain for themselves. They're not giving it out so far. I bike it off a little bit again, trying to deal with the guys from Oya, but again, the terrain makes it very, very difficult. It's not more of an offensive terrain, it's more of a scouting terrain, actually, you know, to gather as much intel as possible without having to receive too much damage. As you can see, Claire's position is very, very compromised there. He's in danger from Genesis Esports, but fortunately for him, there's a lot of cover coming in from the rest of his teammates, especially Federales. Again, they can play off of this back line, but for how long? The play zone will be a big determining factor as to how they will advance from this position, but Oya has been very, very solid so far. They have finally moved into the top two, surpassed the guys from Leo Esports. And there might be some truth to the allegations here that they do have a penchant for dealing damage and playing slow all of the time. They don't necessarily have to switch things up based off of the opponents they will have inside of the lobby. So that tells you something. Nang and Astro will play as two. But I do love the split coming out. So it's a very good split from Oya, actually. Does a lot of what is required for the average split. A little bit of a terrain balance, a little bit of intel gathering, a little bit of offensive potential. Checking all the boxes here, but Harambro will be forced out of here, courtesy of the play zone. But they're not too far off, so that will not be stopping them at all. But they will advance a little bit further. Woo. Federales will be driving around. Hopefully he doesn't get caught out on rotation, because this is when the rotations will start to make sense. You can see a lot of teams trying to peek in from the north, but they've not been able to find the right trajectory. But T2K have it already all figured out, and they are within touching distance of that top three, because that is where you want to be. You know, I do remember Vampire Esports at the PMWI last year. You know, they were absolutely crazy. You know, Tony K, Schweppes, crazy stuff. Doing every single game that they played in, they got points. In every single game, they had points in every single game, bro. They were not stopping, man. You know, they were absolutely tearing through. You know, but that's so different because, you know, they didn't even make it in the PMGC, so that tells you something. But what does it tell you? You have to figure that one on your own. Whatever you learn, you apply. And Playbook Esports have learned that all they have to do is play very slow or defensive. That might work most of the time, but not all of the time. As you can see, Enigma playing on the opposite end of that hillside. And Shazam starts to pop one over to get some intel on the rest of the teams. And now the play zone starts it's a squeeze, trying to keep them inside. And here comes Playbook Esports again. Oya on the low ground as well. It's going to be a very tricky one for Oya to get out of that position, but because they are very, very visible, they are within touching distance. But then it is Minas Gerais, so there's a whole lot of cover, there's a whole lot of terrain. But you will surely be spotted the moment you start to make a move. And Astro surely will be spotted the moment he starts to move away or advance from that position. Ooh, DR on the receiving end again. STE catching up. And I did say, you know, Astro was caught out there by Playbook Esports. The moment he made that move, he was exposed, man. You're exposed only on the move, and that's for sure. Dera United now looking for that opening. Ooh, nukes. That's a fantastic spray over to the side, but Yangon will be fine. Not lost anyone just yet. Oh, you're already up 12 eliminations in total, but one for this game so far. Dera United. We saw their strategy, and Astro will be biting the dust there. We saw their strategy in the previous game, actually. You know, they were looking to pop through, but it's not working out just well. I mean, yeah, I was saying we're looking for that. We're looking. Oh, that's a nice spray from Nukes again. Tries to pop that one over, and now Yangon will be in trouble. They've lost one, and they cannot get to him. He's too far off. Now an opportunity for Dewa to do something about it. They might be able to hold off. They might be able to circle backwards, but that reset is not looking too possible at all. And the angles, trying to squeeze the spray. Oh, that's a beautiful spray from Kenneth. Catches him right out the gate, sends him back into the lobby, and YG will lose two. And they might lose the third and the fourth, but Cute Loki getting caught out by the backside. As Dewa United will be losing a player of their own. Well, I actually thought they caught one, actually, but they didn't. Another one bites the dust. 6 eliminations for Dewa United, and you know exactly what I was talking about. Their strategy in the previous map was to, you know, be very, very central, very, very in the middle of things, looting up airdrops and all that thing, you know. It's a little bit of a chaos in there. One tire less. I'm gonna get into peeking and crawling slowly down with our last man to make it into the next circle. Is not too far away. It's only a couple meters. Did you not want to get caught out of that blue zone when it is down? Here comes Mafia Ninja now. DBS over to the right. Pops it over again. Beautiful shot. Now Hora trying to breach inside. HGD will not rest. Another DBS from outside. Mafia Ninja closes that one almost immediately with a DBS swinging all over the place. And now the utilities will be in full effect, coming for the reset. That's an interesting zone. T2K, if you take a look, you will see them spread across. Looking very, very strong right now. Well, can they defend that position up in the north? They will be getting overwhelmed relatively very soon. But they will have to take a better position to work through. Playbook Esports now losing yet another body, but he hasn't been sent back into the lobby just yet. But a lot of questions to be asked of this Playbook Esports play style, as they will trying to hold up. The guys from Bro will be losing yet another body, one after the other. Simple one tag. Now looking for that opening again. Tries to pop one over to the right hand side, and here comes again. He pops one, he pops two, but unfortunately that will be the end of Bro. Shazam will make it happen, and Dewa United all the way across. I think that's probably going to be the longest elimination. I believe that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be the one. But no fear has been caught out by Nang there, and Hora now losing one after the other. Bodies start to drop again. They've got 5 eliminations, but to what end? Oya now trying to keep them at bay. Grenades, utilities, all of them flying inside of this little corner, and that is the danger of keeping a tight position. Malik looking for that corner again to pop one. He's gonna be hurt by that grenade. but the smokes are still shielding the vision. Sky9 again, trying to hold off, waiting for the audio cues to give away his position. Malik will be spotted out and surely swim back into the lobby. A Molotov cocktail deep inside. But fortunately for Malik, it burns close but doesn't burn him at all. And he's trying his absolute best not to make too much of an audio cue, not to make too much of a sound. But here he comes. Perhaps to spray a little bit there, but the DBS, or rather the S12K, will shut that down. Malik back into the lobby for Horror. Here comes Dewa United up to 10. Suyok from T2K popping you the smoke just to shield the vision, to keep them at bay. Dewa United on the receiving end onto the backside as well. T2K looking stronger as they advance, as they approach, but they are playing a little bit of a tick split. Suyok will be dropped away by Zul there. Beautiful spray to seal them through. T2K losing not one but two players immediately, and that is the danger of playing a split that you cannot cover. T2K now on the receiving end of so much backlash and chaos. Rig and Jane will have to play side by side if they are trying to make it into that top three at least. Steaua United are now starting to charge forwards. 12 eliminations. We might have another DRS masterclass on our hands here. Kenneth playing off the backside and charging forwards. Ziol again tries to pop through. Surely he knows that T2K is inside here, trying to rid this entire lobby of T2K and focus on the guys from ADE. But they might decide to play off of that position instead, owing to the fact that they have all the bodies. It's all a matter of what is available. Oya now trying to circle the block, but they might get caught out. Nang drives a little bit too close, gets the audio cues and drives all the way back. Zul just slow, peeking up, point of view. Back he goes. Rig falls off immediately there. T2K now down to 1. And it looked very strong coming into this. But Super Mori will shut that down. Yearly again now for Playbook Esports. They are still 4, but they're playing very, very slow here. Might decide to hold on. Super Myzine sprays into the distance, but he can't seem to connect his shots. And it looks like a smoke will work through that angle there. He's going to be sprayed and he falls immediately. Surely will be finished by Yearly. Beautiful spray just under the vehicle by Playbook Esports. And they're playing this one by the book. They're trying to hold on. Super Mori now will swallow the next grenade if he's not careful. Little bit of hurt, but he manages to circumvent to the right hand side. That grenade will not work, but another grenade onto Super next. But this time we will fall. The grenade will be the victim. Cool as you like. Beautiful grenade over the top hand side. Continues to spray, catches him off guard, and Moonboiler's now looking for that angle to deal with. But here come the guys from Dewa United starting to cook as well. Sky9 finally catches Myro, knocks him clean off, and Playbook Esports now on the receiving end of some danger, but they're not going to let this one slide. Super Next getting caught out, and it will be blown away. Back into the lobby he goes, courtesy of Kenneth. Beautiful grenade over the top side. Sprays Sky9 again, trying to deal with. Picks 1, picks 2, and Myman again will be sent back into the lobby. And Sky9 will not let this one slide as well. Playbook Esports cut down to 2, all in the blink of an eye. Playbook Esports now getting overwhelmed from all angles, grenades, utilities flying all over the place. Nukes is in a little bit of a corner there trying to play off, and another opportunity to sink right through, but Mori getting caught out again. Kenneth peeked out a little bit too long, and he's going to suffer the consequences, but not before he sends it back into the lobby. Dewa United up to 16. Now we're about to see an extension of that DRS masterclass coming in from Dewa United. They're trying to hold off. Players are now starting to squeeze, and Oya now trying to hold off. They've got to all at least the highest number of players all alive right now if they can keep the guys from Dewa United at bay, but Dewa already have 3 up trying to play from the back line as well. And now that little corner inside of that compound might be the angle that they're looking for, but now comes ADE down to 1 trying to hold on. Playbook Esports also down to 1, and now Dewa United and Oya now the last 2 teams with considerable number of players, but I think Dewa United will have this one in the bag. Sky9 again is looking for that opening grenade from Nukes. Will make it 17. And here we go again. Zul creeping, crawling, not moving too much, not making too much of a noise there. But Sky9 surely should see him from this top line. And now a grenade right now might change things entirely. But here we go. You might spot him. He might see he get the audio cues, but Zeal can't pop him over the top. But unfortunately, Nang will catch an angle and catch a body. Will drop him immediately there. He's been spotted. Beautiful spray from Sky9. Drops him off immediately there. But Nang will be dropped away. Switches to the DBS. Tries to pop through, but he's going to be dropped as well. And that will be the end. For Playbook Esports now will be the last ones left, trying to circle Brabant. That will be the closing gap. Playbook Esports back into the lobby. And Dewar United will close that one beautifully as well. Chicken dinner masterclass. And I believe they did 19 or 18 because I know they did 17, but I think they did 20. They might have done 20, ladies and gentlemen, a 20 bomber in match 2. It doesn't get any better than that. That's 30 points. If they did do 20 bomb right there, ladies and gentlemen, now that is what you call a banger, ladies and gentlemen. Dewar United Esports, we saw their strategy. They tried it in Eranju, but it didn't work. They tried to get in Miramar. This time it clicked. And that's the MVP is Kenneth Shawley. He was absolutely brilliant. But again, we've seen Dewar United play like this before. So this is not out of the ordinary. We saw this in the last day of the playoffs. They started cooking. They didn't rest. Kenneth was still the main man there, and he's not going to be resting anytime soon. What a finish that was. 800 points damage, almost 900. 6 eliminations. Bro was everywhere. He was cooking. Take a look at that. 6 eliminations apiece. That is 18 already. And you already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. That is what we love to see, ladies and gentlemen. Kenneth cooking with Nukes and Zeal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you make it happen. Dewar United Esports, what a way to wrap things up. But Sky9 was absolutely beautiful to watch. Single-handedly tore through the guys from Playbook Esports and didn't let them rest. Now, Oya are doing a magnificent job so far. They've been super consistent in 2 games. Remember, that's what it's all about. Super consistent in games. Yep, Super Myzine. I was right. Was I right? I think I was right with the longest elimination this. I think it was Super Myzine, yeah. I think it was the elimination on what's that guy's name? One of the guys from yeah, I forget. But it is what it is. What a way to wrap things up. 30 points. 20 bomber. Yeah, they did 20. 20 points off eliminations alone. If you don't even add the rank points, they're still in first place. That is what you call I don't even know what to call it at this point, but 11 points for Oya. Again, that is still consistent, double-digit finish, back-to-back. Playbook Esports coming in clutch in 3rd place, AD in 4th place with 9, T2K in 5th place with 7, Hora in 6th place with 6, and Bro Esports with 6 as well, all the way out there in 7th, STE to follow suit as well. The MVP is still Kenneth, and Nukes and Sky9 and Zeal. That is, I mean, 3 players from one team. That tells you a lot. That tells you a whole lot. 1,500 points on the damage. That, ladies and gentlemen, you can't make that up. This is where we are right now. Dewar United are not letting this one go. But again, I did ask you guys to make a little bit of a prediction who's going to be in the top 3. DRS is still in it. Oya is still in it. And I think Oya will be that team. I think Oya will be the team that makes it happen for themselves. I can't talk about Dewar or DRS just yet, but Oya, I think they've cracked a little bit of that code. I think they've cracked a little bit of that code. But it's not over just yet. We are 2 maps down and 3 to go. It's going to be Sandhawk up next. Now this is where it gets tricky because most of these teams, Sanok is a mind-boggling game changer for them. It might be where they cut the curtains and where they start to take engagements that they will be forced to engage to pop through over. But it is not too late. It's not too far-fetched. They will be able to do something about it. But ladies and gentlemen, that is map 2 done and dusted. And now before we head over to Sanok, we're gonna take a little real quick break. So stay strapped in and stay locked in. It's your boy Priest. It's the 8-hour Star Squad Battle of Regions Group 2 Finals. Showtime, showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 8-hour Star Squad Battle of Regions. It is a match 3 coming up for you. It's going to be Sandhawk. It's going to be more action packed. It is the finals. It's group finals. We've seen 2 masterclass performances back to back already. Dewa United with 20 eliminations in the previous game, and DRS with 16 in match 1. So that tells you something is gonna be cooking in this third map. A lot of these teams, probably the first time of them playing Sanok this year. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what it is they exactly are gonna bring to the table. But I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, honestly, going into this one. It's gonna be very, very exciting to watch what it is exactly they want to do, the plans, and how it is they're gonna execute them. But yeah, we already have an interesting idea on who we're going to be keeping our eyes on. The flight path here is going to be a big determining factor of what those teams are going to play off based on. And again, it's the finals. So everything you do right now is going to be very, very it's going to be a very big determining factor going into the next couple of days. Do you want to start strong on day one? You absolutely do. You absolutely have to hit the ground running. You cannot stop. You cannot rest. You have to put the numbers up on the board right out the jump. You cannot waste any time, and you already know why that is a factor. You already know why. Now, a deep south west play zone from Sami all the way to Hathin. Now, most of those teams that do love the east, this is going to be a little bit of a tricky one for them to maneuver, but it's very capable. So they will have to circle and spin the block a lot. As you can see, the guys from Playbook Esports, one of the teams that did finish quite nicely in the previous game, but will they be able to do more of the same? There's a lot of bodies around them. And I believe, what team is that circling? I believe that's Steaua United, and I think they are within reach. I think there's a whole lot of bodies here as well in the south. But how close are they? We're about to find out. Cool. And keep it cool and casual. Steaua United, I already know exactly. You can see Cool will be tagging the position for them, and I think they've already lost someone. I think Moonboy has already got one elimination. Oh, it's DRS. It's DRS in the cut, actually. DRS is the team that will be sharing this position with Playbook Esports, and I think they've already lost one. I'm not sure who they lost just yet. We're about to find out. I think it's ooh. Well, the sprays are starting to ring out now. Simple. They did lose Simple. But will that be enough to stop DRS, though? So might take a little bit more than they think. It's 4 versus 3, though. But now it boils down to, weapon of choice, angles, terrain, positions. There will be a reckoning for DRS here, because if they lose this, if they get eliminated relatively very early again, like they did the last time, that might change things. Or Delta getting smoked up again, but the trade was good, as Cool was equally knocked away. Tries to spray deep inside. Opens the door. Utility might do the trick here. He tries to pop one over. Oh, that's a nice touch from Root again. Oh, he made the mistake. Surely he's going to set himself ablaze. And that was the wrong choice. But Killer, beautiful use of the utilities there. Pops the DBS. Tries to hold off. He's the last one up. Was able to squeeze one out. But now he's being chased. Can't turn his back, though. And that's an opportunity again. He circles back a little bit of a corner shot. Oh, DBS over the top. But Cool is there to keep things cool. And Playbook Esports once again come out on top, almost unscathed. DRS getting cooked twice now. And now that lead that they had in the first The first game will be slipping away, and I told you it's a little bit too early to call it. But that's a big one. It's a very big one right now. Oh, Mia getting called out there immediately there. And the violence continues. Top G with a beautiful spray across. Will catch a couple bodies. Nice spray from Super Next, but unfortunately, that is the danger of the QBZ. Will not do all the tricks every single time. And that boy now circles the block. Finds a beautiful angle to play from again. The spray is good from Super Next, but unfortunately, it is the choice of weapon. The QBZ is not your best friend if you're trying to spray across distances like that. Now Super Next charges the grenade. Will he charge it to the game? Yumzan might be the one to receive that one, but they know exactly what time it is. Grenade over the top. Tries to pop through DBS from Super Next. 2 down. Oh, ho, ho, 2 for 2 now. And Top G will be the one trying to pop through DBS, but his DBS is smoother. Connects instead. Tries to pop through over to the right-hand side. Super Mizine with a beautiful spray over to the top side, but unfortunately, he's cut down to about 1 HP, and he will skedaddle. Have to run away from the danger. And Genesis Esports were cut down to just 1. But Super Mizine just couldn't deal with the chaos. And Super Next will be sent back into the lobby. Cannot blame them, but Genesis Esports was so chaotic in that Paradise Resort. They were able to keep them at bay, but now Astro from Oya, one of the teams that I have been watching out for now, trying to deal with Enigma. Enigma have lost 1. It's going to be Nang that does make it happen. But how far? Oh, what a grenade that one is. Copper getting caught out with that beautiful grenade. And now Oya will start to cook. Sky9 pulling up. Opportunity comes but once. They will not let this one slip away. Surely they will have to deal with... Oh, that's a beautiful spray from Leo Esports. Now the chaos is all over the place. One after the other, they start to bite the dust. Point of view now trying to hold on. And Nang is getting caught out again. Yangon. Galacticos is also in the mix, but Enigma still have Copper crawling. And crawling and crawling and crawling. There's a whole lot of bodies here. Leo Esports might bite off a little bit more that they can chew here. But fortunately for them, they do have vehicles, and they should be able to play off from this position. Enigma will be closed out by Leo Esports. 2 eliminations to bite through, but Sky9 peaked off a little bit too much there, and he will pay ultimately for that one. But I don't see how that's going to work. Spray again with the QBZ. It is not the most effective weapon inside of Sandhawk. I mean, the damage is good up close, but nothing otherworldly, though. Nang now pulls up to the scene. Oh, another one bites the dust. Leo Esports are not slipping away with this one. They're not letting this one rest at all. Liquid now trying to pop through. Find an angle. Finds him again. Point of view will be the next one to follow through. Or you're losing players left, right, and center. Getting overwhelmed by Leo Esports. And it looks like Leo, this is where they thrive. Sanok is where they thrive. They're looking for the last one. But will they find him, though? Genesis Esports finally succumbed to the zone and to the damage angles there, but ooh, that was dangerously close. Oya unfortunately getting pop locked and dropped, and it looks like Leo Esports have this one in the hand. They know exactly what they're trying to do here. And they're not going to walk away from this one. Top 3, ladies and gentlemen, will move on to the grand finals. And you already know what time it is. Dewa United now, one of the teams that we've been looking out for. Zil will be taking a little bit of a warning hit there, but nothing otherworldly for them. We'll just recharge and reset and refuel. A little waste of utilities there, but Sky away, far away. Sky away, far away, bro. Wakes up to smell the roses, but Leo Esports now on the receiving end once again. They are getting into all sorts of chaos now. I'm curious as to who they've just run into this time. It's going to be a big jump for Dewa United. They've not started getting any eliminations just yet, but I think they would choose to play this map a little bit slow. But Sanok is not necessarily the map you play slow, though. You know, if you're trying to maximize your possibility of points, you know. But Yangon, unfortunately, have not been able to do much of anything so far. So unfortunately, have not been able to find 141. Was looking forward to see Hacker in full regalia. But Exquisite Esports are here as well. Also, they have been struggling. Now that top three is about to make take an unexpected turn again. A little bit of a change here. Playbook Esports, T2K, and Leo, and Hale Esports, all within touching distance of that top three. Will they be able to shift the entire dynamic into their way? Bro, looking very strong, and the West looking very free. Boot camp, nobody is occupying there, but you can take a look. Leo Esports smack dab in the center, and that tells you exactly why they are playing it exactly that way. They are playing a terrain in a hillside in the center of the Sanok map, just east of boot camp, and you know exactly where that is. It's a very difficult position to wrest away from a team that's playing a 3-1 split. So you already know that Leo Esports have a plan here, and they are going to execute it to the best of their ability. Supermazine, the last player, I believe, from ADE, is still a little bit northern from their position. Liquid will have to deal with him if he doesn't bite off, but Exquisite Esports now have the opportunity to pop right through. He comes out. Now UI tries to get an angle to pop him through as well, as Nayan again tries to pop through the DBS. All you can hear and all you can eat swallows that one immediately there, but will be swept away relatively very quickly. Horror will be up to 5. Exquisite Esports will be unfortunately clawing and punching the air, but it's not over just yet. Hale this time will be on the receiving end, as NC2 will be getting cooked out again. Sky Only will return fire. I would love to see where this is going down, because Nukes is now pulling up to the scene. One after the other. Hale down to 3. Again to pop through. One last player left. Dewa United have lost 2, actually. And Sky Only is the one that's making it happen. They are trying to get the reset on. Yo, that's a fantastic grenade over the top. Sky Only again tries to pop through. Tiger's low on HP. Surely he's going to be finished. There's absolutely no way he makes that happen. Sent back into the lobby. And now Dewa United will take this one onto the 4th. Here comes Joker trying to keep the defensive angle position. 2 DBS is on the chase. Tries to pop in inside. Sky Only. Can he make it happen? He's going to be heard from the backside. Leo Esports just pulled up with the 3rd party of the century. And now we love to see it. Dewa United caught between a rock and a hard place, can't play the defensive zone. Leo Esports still within touching distance, trying to deal with Dewa Esports or Hale Esports, whoever they can get their hands on. It doesn't matter, the numbers will have to go up. Sky Only now looking for that opportunity again, tries to pop through the DBS, swings it through. Oh, what a jump shot that was from Nukes. We'll close that one immediately. Sky Only had no idea his shoulder was exposed, and with a drop of the shoulder, Dewa United will still hold on. 4 eliminations to them, and that is a way to wrap things up. Mafia Ninja and the rest of the guys from Horror Esports will still be playing the terrain and playing a little bit too close to Leo Esports, so they will have to be relatively very careful, or they might be getting caught out sooner rather than later, but they can play it up to a higher position. They still have a lot of teams to deal with at the bottom part of the zone there. And that should give you a little bit of an idea. Playbook Esports are still playing it by the book. This Raymond will be heavily tagged up, but will be able to reset Zone 3 within 15 seconds. And Playbook have a good position just outside of boot camp. But Leo Esports have an even better position right now. And they are looking very, very solid. 6 eliminations. And not a lot of to go, not a lot to go on actually, but the play zone has moved actually and kept boot camp within touch. And you can take a look there. You can see exactly why Leo Esports picked that position. Now they're within touching distance of a central spot of the next circle. but they're not going to play in the center. You can tell them they're going to play from the southern side because the guys from Bro will be behind them. So they have to sweep the back line. And they will not have any trouble to deal with. But Playbook Esports will not be taking those chances. They will ride straight into boot camp and solidify a position in there. But it's going to be a very tricky one because the next circle will either make or break that decision. Will squeeze them out if they're not careful enough. But I believe Leo Esports have a beautiful position in that southern side. I think all they have to worry about is possibility of HGD and Bro collaborating or having to deal with them simultaneously in a three-way. So that would be a very tricky one to hold up. But Playbook Esports will enjoy boot camp for now, as they are the only team in here. Ryman trying to look over to the horizon just to make sure that there's no ops peeking into their position. Now, we talked about this, Bro, now trying to lean into the guys from Leo Esports. This was an engagement I was expecting. But how long will it last? There's a whole lot of terrain, and there's a whole lot of positions shielding teams from each other. So all they have to play off of is instinct and not enough information except they start to scout. But in phase 3, if you're scouting, there's a there's a possibility that you will get caught out if you play a split. You know, so if you're going to play a split, probably a 3-1, but 3 offensive and 1 on the back line. Again, it could work, but the map is too tiny for that. The Sanhok is too tiny for, map for that kind of play style. HGD finally making their ways from the southern side into the zone. I do love their position, but the next zone will squeeze them for all they're worth. Can play around here for a little bit longer than they thought, but Himson from Leo Esports is just enjoying that predominantly southern position for Leo Esports. They're still up to 6. Nobody has passed them just yet. Wahora, not too far away. Neither is Playbook Esports. They were United, or the guys from Bro, in even STE, stay within touching distance. Claire, that's from Bro. I would expect this engagement to happen, sooner rather than later, but HGD getting caught out now. The sprays have started to fall through, and the next zone will be a big determining factor. I would love to see what that looks like because it's going to be a big changer here. The play zone now will squeeze all of these teams, and the chaos is about to ensue. Here we go. Play zone has moved in deep here, and it does move. I said it. Playbook Esports, that decision they made will not pay off. They have been squeezed out of the play zone, and now Leo made the right choice. As you can see, I told you they were not going to make that move, yet they moved in to the play zone now. They are playing that 3-1 split as expected. 3 on the backside and Liquid inside of the zone. HGD within touching distance of that eastern side, and the north STE and T2K might breach into each other sooner rather than later. And even on the southwest and southeast, chaos is about to ensue. Dewa now on the receiving end of some chaos. Daybot still playing off the back line. DR trying to get an angle in, but it's Long J trying to find an angle, just sidestepping from window to window. And Romeo Boy has been in that little shack for maybe 3 days. He's been in there, hasn't moved a muscle just yet, but DR will crash into him. Hopefully he will be able to steal one elimination before anything untoward will happen. But Long J is about to keep an eye out. A new boy again. Romeo Boy starts to cook. DR had no idea that he was there, but was able to squeeze out one elimination and cuts DR down to 3. Now they're playing at 75% capacity. Unfortunately, they didn't know about that lone player, and that is the danger of Sanhok. There's so many ops in every single corner if you have no idea of what exactly is going on. DR looking very, very strong right now in their position, but We'll have to make an advance sooner rather than later. Here comes Leo Esports now, trying to deal with Bro. This is the engagement that was looking very, 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 very chaotic. Bro now looking to hold on. Beautiful grenade. Beautiful grenade from Himson again. Does the trick, does the damage. This one might do the trick as well. Pops it over. 2 for 2. Oh, that one surely is hurt. He knows that he's hurt. All it takes is one touch. Tries to pop through. Seals the deal. Himson is him. Leo Esports still holding on. 10 eliminations in the bag for them, and they're not going to let this one slide at all. But DR still playing off that southern side. And Mafia Ninja and Horror and Malik trying their absolute best to work through up to 7 eliminations for them. The 3 going to Malik. T2K down to 1. And I saw this happening. That means STE cooked a lot of them. I believe I saw that happening because of STE's position playing off the backside from Paradise Resort. And that was the consequences of riding it a little bit too slow and a little bit too low. Now T2K will be down to see, or can he make something happen as a solo player? DR still in that northern position. Might squeeze them out a little bit longer, but they have to hold on. They have to keep something to work through. They only have 2 eliminations so far. And this is a team that was cooking on day 1 of the playoffs, T2K. But Suyog has been exposed. They know exactly what he is. They're trying to call him a fraud. Bounce the grenade just off the walls, but unfortunately will not do the trick. And now they will make the opening. Mafia Ninja has the DBS in hand. Surely they know he's in that little corner. Molotov straight in. Tries to work through, but the DBS from Malik will shut it all in his face. And that's another one that will bite the dust, but they are still holding on. Here they go again. Daybot tries the left, tries the right, but he's going to be hurt. Surely the squeeze through. The play zone actually is already there to make something happen, and he's going to be hurt. Nukes again, tries to spray through. 4 eliminations. Can they make it 5? Daybot finally snuffed down and sent back into the lobby. And I think Nukes will be able to hold off that position, but Long J again will be spotted immediately. Surely be knocked away. Tries to get his HP back up, but this next play zone is not going to be friendly. Long J now takes serious damage. DR getting cooked. And Nooks again was able to squeeze out 1 elimination, going up all the way to 5. Dewa United are absolutely brilliant in that defensive position. HGD now trying their absolute best. They're playing as 4, but they've not been able to get any eliminations on the board so far. They will be able to hold on for the time being, but again, they can have to play. As Malik is trying to get his HP levels back up, but I think he's going to attack the blue zone. 8 elimination points, plus maybe 1 or 2 there, but I think that will seal the deal. Leo still looking very, very capable to hold on, and Dewa Esports are still in it. Nukes is still in it. 6 eliminations. Dewa are not going to go out without a fight at all. At STE, this might be the game for them, but Cardi, unfortunately, will bite the dust. Playbook Esports will be the ones to seal that one in. And now Yardi has been knocked away as well. It's going to be a very tricky one again. The spray is perfect from Minor, but the play zone is going to squeeze him out again. The northern side, I talked about it. Leo Esports, they had the exact same plan, but unfortunately they've lost 2, but the terrain is going to be favorable for them. STE looking stronger and stronger. HGD now have them inside, but they are going to play off the backside as well. Playing as 4. Leo Esports moving a little bit closer. Playbook Esports back into the lobby. They will go. HGD trying to hold off, and a nice grenade over the top side from Newbie again, but STE unfortunately cannot fight all of these teams at the same time. They will have to pick and choose, but will they choose the right one? Newbie again pops another grenade onto the western side, but HGD have all of the bases covered. Leo Esports also the same idea. Look at Him's position. You can't even make this up. He has an exact location on STE, and that grenade might shut the door for them. That's a beautiful one over the top. Does a little bit of damage, but not too much. 762 still within touching distance to work through the angles there. And Dami's trying to work through, trying to hold off again, trying to pack the angles again. Leo Esports still trying to work the left-hand side and the right as well. Now an opportunity for them to seal the angles again. STE still looking very, very comfortable in that western position, trying to pop through. But Dami's in danger. Can he make something happen? Can he do it? And STE still stealing it. Minor doing a little bit of a reconnaissance for STE. DBS 2 for 2. Himson is him again. Leo Esports. Himson is closing it out. 10 eliminations solo, 3-piece on STE and HGD. Surely now they know that they have the numbers advantage. They know Himson's position. They're about to cook him surely. Pops one over the top of DBS. Beautiful touch. Has to swap weapons surely again. Tries again, 2 for 2. Can he make it 3 for 3 this time? Gets a confirmation, but unfortunately he will be swept away. And Leo Esports somehow made it to 17. And Malik was able to tank the blue zone for the longest time, and he's out of utilities. Surely he will try to spray into that distance, but unfortunately will not be able to close that one out. And that will be the end. HGD. What a play from Leo Esports that was. I mean, I saw it right off the gate. I saw it. I knew that I knew that Leo Esports were going to be cooking with this one. I absolutely saw it. What a way to wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen. Now that is how you make it happen. But kudos to HGD. They played it slow. You know, I said it. I saw it when they were playing from Korea. I saw that they were going to play slow. They were not going to really pack too many eliminations. But Himson is absolutely him. 11 eliminations for a solo player, ladies and gentlemen. Now that is how you make a statement. 8,500 on damage. That's how you make it happen. This guy is him, and he knows exactly why he named himself Himson, because I would never be that guy. But 11 eliminations is absolutely crazy, bro. 8,500 damage. That is the damage point some teams acquire throughout an entirety of a final. But this guy did it in one game. Wow. And Dami as well. What a play that was. And Nukes as well was also in the cut. 16 eliminations between Himson and Dami alone. That tells you a lot. You know, absolutely brilliant stuff. But Nukes from Dewa United was absolutely brilliant as well, keeping his team in it time and time again. He's showing up. He's showing out. What a play that was. Absolutely brilliant. Another masterclass performance yet again. Himson and Dami as well, doing almost 1,000 as well. It's Sanok, you know, but Top G did actually put some numbers on the board for the placement for the damage points, but Genesis Esports did get forced out earlier in the game. But I think they did put some points on the board before they got called out, and I believe it was in that Paradise Resort engagement. I think that was where it was happening. But Himson again, 179 meters. He's the guy today, man. He is absolutely the guy today. So much healing, and that was courtesy of Malik from Horror Esports. 8,000. Yeah, that's all Malik, bro. Malik is probably like 4,000 in there. So that tells you exactly how that was. Not a lot of throws used here, not a lot, not even up to 100. And that tells you exactly what the idea behind all of this is. But ladies and gentlemen, this is what Sandhawk looks like. The chaos it brews, and now we're gonna see that chaos trickle down into the last two maps. You know, we've seen this play out time and time again, but maybe this particular set of teams will be different. I don't know, but it's gonna be a little bit of a tricky one to hold off. But 22 points for Leo Esports and Horror with 14 in second place. HGD in third place with 12. STE in fourth place with 10. Dewa in fifth place with 9. Dewa again putting some points on the board. But Playbook Esports also in the touch. Pro T2K also in the cut. And again, kind of the guys from Genesis Esports, DR, both with 3 apiece. Hale biting off a little bit more than they can chew. They are in 11th. They did finish off in 11th. Exquisite Esports still haven't found their footing just yet. Oya following through as well. But Himson is him. Nukes in second place with that 1460, 2060. The numbers are just crazy. I mean, if he's doing 2060 on day 1, what is he going to do on day 3? Is he going to do 10K Because at this rate, man, you know, it's a real question, but then again, it is Sanhok. Sanhok is what makes it happen. And ladies and gentlemen, take a look at that. Leo Esports bumped all the way to second place, just above DRS. And now DRS will have to find their footing. Luckily for them, we are going to be heading back to Eranjo, where they got their first chicken dinner. We will witness another masterclass. 3 masterclass performances so far. Leo Esports and Dewa United doing a beautiful job of working the Kings out in Sanok. Oya still within touching distance of that third place. But Dewa United starting to run away with it. They've been consistent 3 games in a row. And Hora, PBE, T2K, STE as well, all of them within touching distance of that third place. Leo is still trying to run away with it there, but DRS might have something to say about that one. Hale all the way down to Enigma. They need to step up. They need to rise up. YG, Genesis Esports as well need to get some points on the board. 3 maps down, DRS, Tower United, and HGD have got themselves single chicken dinners apiece, and we are down to just 2 maps left. What a masterclass performance. Masterclass performance. 3 masterclass performances, man. 3 masterclass performances. DRS, Leo Esports, and Dewa United has been absolutely brilliant to watch. But it's not over just yet. 2 more maps left, Aranju and then Miramar. So it's the 8-hour Star Score Battle of Regions. We'll be back right after this break to bring you Aranju. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It is the 8-Hour Stars Cup Battle of Regions. It is day one of the group finals, and we just watched three masterclass performances. DRS, Dewa United, and Leo Esports did put up a show, but AGD did get that chicken dinner to follow suit as well. But Eranjul is where we're heading to right now. It is map 4. And, before we wrap things up, it will be a big successive change to watch DRS cook once again. 18 teams in the cup. 18? So I think we've got 141 now. I think they're here. Yes, they are. Sirius, Hacker, Rafai, and JD. And now this might be the game we've all been waiting for. The entire lobby is packed up. Will we see something different here? The most impressive thing I would probably ever see is 141 qualifying to the top 3 after missing 3 games. Now that would be a sight. I would consider them the best team if they actually pull that off. I would consider them the best team. I mean, giving a top 3 finish right now would be crazy. It would be crazy, owing to the fact that the teams already have a head start on you. I mean, it's all about mentality, morale, all of that bottled into one, you know? So that would take away from the performance regardless of how they do it. But I would be impressed. Play zone is interesting though, a little bit of a northeast to a southwest. We've seen so much of this player. I wouldn't call it southwest, I would just call it south. Yeah, military base. Might have a couple of engagements there, but everyone is pretty much in the circle. So it's not a lot, it's not too much, not too far-fetched. But something to rock the boat here. But DRS will be enjoying their little position in Milta. Let's know how capable they are of holding out those positions. But AD also having a little bit of some unwanted guests in Novo. I believe STE is here as well. And hold on. There's 3 teams here actually. Genesis is also here. you gotta love production for giving us this though. So we know we know the teams that are sharing one location. So we know that ADE, Genesis Esports, and STE are also sharing a position. We know that Hora and YG are also sharing a position. So we're about to find out who's gonna walk into whose compound first. 141 finally pulling up. Also in the Asnaya, sharing a place with Hora. As you can see, No Fear will be peering into the distance. You already have an idea of where they are, but Hacker is one of those guys you have to watch out for. 141 will not be afraid of anyone. They want all the smoke, that's for sure. But that has never stopped them at all. Opportunity comes but one. Exquisite Esports on the receiving end again. Leo starting to cook. First blood. Going to Slipknot. That will not stop him at all. But 141 have a lot of climbing to do. One of the best performing teams from the playoffs, actually. Although they were heavily redacted by Hacker and Sirius, but nothing untoward. They can play off from that position. Mafia Ninja still looking for that opening grenade from JD. Might do the trick here. But does he make the move? No, he doesn't. He retreats. Surely he gives away that position. He's heard. It's all a matter of who finds that first opening. Who does it first? And can they capitalize? Those are the questions. These are the questions. A little bit of a serious embodiment of Yasnaya right now. This is one of the places I hate taking engagements in. You know, there's too much. There's too many points of entry. There's too many blind spots. Just like that. Serious. We'll get the opening that 1-for-1 I've been looking for. And cooking Horror Esports is going to be a very tricky one again to hold off. But Malik surely has something in the stock there. And that grenade might be perfect. Fortunately, it was not. And Horror still knocked away. Can they get the reset? Can they reposition? Horror again takes some more damage. More and more damage. Hacker now making the advance a little bit closer and closer. Sky getting caught out. Will be finished by Hacker. And that's what we love to see. Sirius already on the board for eliminations there. Pops a smoke onto the front side. An opportunity for them to seal the deal here. Horror Esports in trouble now. Can try to pop over to get the intel, and he's very low on HP. Oh, wow, was able to get a knock onto the side on the Mafia Ninja, but surely he's gonna be sprayed down. They cannot allow Hacker to get knocked off. They cannot allow him to get flushed away. They will make the advance. They will push him backwards. JD looking for that angle. Surely they cannot allow the finish. They will not allow the finish. Sirius already on the front foot. They will not allow Hacker to get finished, but that grenade from Malik will shut it down immediately. Surely 1-for-1 can be on the offensive, but they will not allow the finish. Surely they still will not allow the rest of the guys from Horror Esports to do something about this. Jump shot over the top side again, tries to pop the shotgun over, but unfortunately can't seem to find the angles. 1-for-1, beautifully defending, and no fear, we'll catch another body again. Tries to pop him over to the right-hand side. Oh, that's a beautiful shot from Malik, and he's going to be down, knocked away. Can he crawl in? Yes, he does. Now another opportunity for Novia to breach in. Finally finds the angle. Mafia Ninja still knocked away. They've not gone for the reset, but they don't care. They're trying to hold off from that position. JD will be swept back into the lobby, and it's going to be a tricky one, but I believe that will be 1-for-1. Swept away relatively very quickly, down to Sirius. He's going to be the last one up, trying to hold off the guys from Horror. Again, the utilities blinding every single position onto the western side. And I did talk about Yasnaya, very difficult to play in. I really thought 1-for-1 were able to keep them at bay, but Horror have all the experience in the world, and they're making it happen. They are absolutely making it happen. Sirius is still low key, but he's trying to hold off. It's a 3 versus 1. And Sirius surely will be overwhelmed by the sheer number of bodies here, but he's trying to hold off. The DBS tries to spray the right-hand side, forcing him out. And the grenade surely will do the trick here. He's going to be banged off again. He's charging it a little bit too long, but will holster that grenade back inside again. Here they go. Malik trying to poke through again to the right-hand side. Sirius trying his absolute best. Catches a shot by the corner. But the grenade surely will make things happen here. Sirius is hurt now, and that grenade will hurt him. He's trying to pop through onto the top. He's going to be overwhelmed, surely. And that will be the end. Sirius back into the lobby. Here will go. What a beautiful showing from 1-for-1, but unfortunately, they're not ready just yet. And Oya have been cut down 50%. But how much more can they do, though? So a little bit of work to navigate Dewa. Dewa already up 2. Nang has been knocked away this time. It's all left to Astro. He peaked up a little bit too much and will be swept away relatively very quickly by Daybot. 3 for Dewa Esports again. Again, they continue to arrest the ops. Gotta love the slide through from Zeal. And that is super chaotic, but they will be able to hold off that position to work through the angles again. But it's absolutely beautiful to watch Dewa United be consistent. And this is that kind of performance that I talked about. PMWI, Vampire Esports, every single game, they put up points. It didn't matter what it was, but they put up points. 3 points here, 4 points here, then probably a chicken dinner along the line, then 5 points here, 6 points here, 10 points here. You know, that is how they won, and Dewa Esports are showing signs of that kind of performance. Leo Esports have been spotted And Hill Esports have an exact idea on what it is they are looking at here, but it is going to be a very problematic position for them to play. It is shelter for that matter. But I believe Hill Esports can actually slam into that compound and force the guys from Leo into a tricky position that they can be overwhelmed and play them from the northern side. It could be a way to, get their engines running, because Hill Esports do tend to play better, especially when they get into early engagements. They tend to turn out better. The Genesis Esports have not been able to find their footing as well. 4 games in, and all they have is 7 points. Yeah, that's not ideal. That's not ideal for a team like Genesis Esports, but they do have Westy back in the cut. So hopefully he will be the one to change things for them or change their luck. They're still out here in Novo with AD. And will they be able to find what they've been looking for? Play zone might be a little bit distracting for them as it closes out in the first instance. But how much more can they do, though? So it's an interesting turn of events for them to navigate through. Playbook Esports are still on the bend, still playing out a tricky position. It's in that position for Hora to advance. They can play it all the way to the east, but again, there's still a lot of bodies in that area. We've still got 17 teams. Only one team is back into the lobby. Bro will be taking a hit there. I think they did lose someone. Or can they make something work out of that? Cool. And Playbook Esports, they can see the airdrop in the air. Can they make something happen about it, though? Federales has been knocked away. Will he be getting picked up? I believe he will. Fuel pulls up to the seat. I think it is a YG that did catch him off guard there. Range tries to spray through, catch cute Loki, but unfortunately, the sightlines and the terrain will block his vision. Leo still looking very, very solid here. We'll be playing a little bit of a middle compound to defend their position, but again, still within touching distance of that area. Cute Loki has been spotted. He's just gonna peek, and he will be hurt. If Range's spray will catch him as he peeks out into the corner there. That's a crazy spray from Cute Loki. Surely will force Range out of that position to rethink his choices. As YG will play a little bit closer to the corners, but Fearless again, or Federalis again, sorry. It's gonna be a little bit of a tricky one to hold off for Romeo Boy, trying to peek out and gather some of that intel. But TZ again will trying to peek through. Yangon have not been able to master the zone just yet. This is game 4, and all they've got is 8 points. That's not the best showing, but the chicken dinner will change their luck. But how much more can their luck change? Oh, that's a nice spray. Maranat Boy pulls up to the scene. Genesis Esports will be the ones now to put sand into the rice of their ops. Few's been spraying, but finally he gets caught out. He will be flushed away by Q Loki. YG starting to find their rhythm. 1 elimination in the bag for them. A potential 10-point move for them. They might be able to topple over ADE and Enigma. All it takes is a little bit more effort, and the shift will start to move up on the leaderboards. As Marcus is looking for that angle again to peek through. Claire's it's going to be a little bit of a spot angle to play from. And that grenade, he might be popping a grenade over, but bro, we sent back into the lobby alongside Oya as well. A piece. Noya, unfortunately, starting to slip away. I may have overestimated them, but again, it is day 1. So it's a little bit of a tricky one, but Choppery getting chopped off by Smile, the top G. One after the other, they start to bite the dust. And Genesis Esports will breach. Super Myzine still on top, trying to hold off. Smile, the top G, still playing off the back line. Mia might be able to do something again. Another one bites the dust with a DBS. Top G again pops a grenade over the top hand side. AD in serious trouble, trying to recuperate the positions, but Mia's too far away, can't find the angles just yet, and we'll have to make the advance a little bit closer. But Super Mazine just not moving a muscle, still chilling. Mia getting called out by Westy, and now Genesis know exactly what to do. Master Ichi on the ground floor might decide to pop a grenade through the windows, and we'll see with Super Mazine. He's trying to pop through, tries to spray, but the Bison will slap him silly back into the lobby. And Genesis Esports breach ADE with the quickness. Top G, 2 eliminations for him and 4 points on the board. Now Genesis will start to climb up slowly but surely, but they still have a long way to go. Dewa Esports equal with the same number of eliminations as well as Genesis, 4 apiece, and they've not lost any players just yet. They have a fantastic position in the play zone, but they are 30 seconds out of the next shift. Did they make the right choice? I believe they did. They can play from this position. They can sweat it out. 20 seconds before they know what they have done. And that play zone now is about to give us a run for the money into phase 3. Now we're down to 14 teams. Still 54 players running all over the place. Shelter is the place everyone is trying to be in because it is still inside of the play zone. It is still a place for contention. Hale Esports looking very, very strong, playing dead center in that position. Leo Esports as well, coming in from the north. They are looking very strong. Exquisite. This might probably be the best game they've had. Hopefully HGD will not snatch it away, coming in towards prison from that eastern side. The north is looking very, very juicy right now. YG might run into the guys from T2K. That's going to be one interesting engagement. I think we've seen it before, most of these teams playing out of that position. But oh yeah, bro, and 8 AD and 141 have been caught out. DRS, here they go. Simple will catch Dendex boy, sends him back into the lobby with the quickness. DRS with the first elimination. And now they are playing from that, I believe they are playing from the south. Would love to see exactly where they're playing from. So now you will see, you will know exactly what kind of rotation they will be making. But Hale Esports have not been able to find their footing just yet. They've been playing it very slow, and the rotations have not been super concurrent. But Tiger is back with Sky Only, Joker, and NC2, the original lineup from the playoffs. So we already know what time it is. Westy, again, starting to cook. Boyka will be the next victim. DR getting caught out. 2 knocked away. DRS, Roots again is there. Pops a grenade, and that will be the end, surely, as DRS will seal that position. Roots is him. DRS. The masterclass is starting to smell. We can see it coming through again. They have a lot of bodies outside taking some kind of damage. But Delta will be getting caught out. Genesis Esports and DRS crashing into each other. Now that's an engagement I was not expecting to see this early, but it is what it is. Grenade over the top by Moonboy. Fortunately, will not do the trick. UA again. Playbook Esports know exactly how to play that ambush game. But they are aware of that position now. Exquisite might decide to play this one from inside of prison. Nathan's on the back line. Hasn't given away his position just yet, but his vehicle has been popped off. And it might be swept off again. Moonboy us again, still trying to play from inside of the shack. Nathan, with invisible, visible direction, will be able to keep the rest of his team at bay. But Moonboy is still using the utility, still popping off in that position. HGD in a very, very solid position, but Lufa will be getting caught out by Yali, and now that might be the opposition that they're looking for. UI again tries to pop through, surely will be dropped. Moonboy has peeked out a little bit too much and will be swept away by UI. Beautiful spray to follow through, but UI might be getting caught out here. Moonboy is again getting squeezed, surely. HGD can see all that's going on. Nathan tries to spray through, will catch him off. Beautiful shot with the Uzi as it claps, and we know that exactly. Yali now trying to hold off. He's going to be the last one left for Playbook Esports. They've been stretched thin by XQS, trying to hold off. Yali's there, trying to pop through to the western side, trying to find an angle to work through his run. I think he's trying to go for the reset instead. And XQS might have bitten off a little bit more than they could chew here. Can he use the opportunity? You were now looking for that opening. He's trying to find out where that reset is going on, because he knows that reset is currently happening. But unfortunately, he couldn't find the angles as Hale Esports just came in to crash the party. UI again tries to pop through over, but he was not able to make it happen. Exquisite again getting forced out of the lobby by Playbook Esports, playing it by the book. STE know exactly something just happened here. Minor comes in a little bit too close, but we'll gather that intel. A newbie as well from the backside tries to pop through over to the corner. And STE know exactly what they're looking for there. HGD back into the lobby, one after the other they go. Rix will swallow a grenade from 762 over to the backside. STE still looking stronger and stronger. 3 eliminations to them. The players are going to squeeze them away, and they will have to mind another position. But HGD down to 1. The DBS, 1 shot, 2 shot. DBS will switch, and Snitch will be back into the lobby, courtesy of newbie. STE looking super strong with 4 eliminations, 3 from newbie, and that DBS swinging from side to side. Will not let that one slip away. Minor now heads in front, and you can tell that they have a strategy. Minor will go out in front and find a position for them to navigate through, but their 762 has taken some significant damage and will have to reposition as well. DRS still looking very, very solid, but Enigma also have to do something about that position, because DRS will be in front of them and will hold them off for the longest time. Phase 4 circle, 30 seconds out. Cooper will have to do something drastic if they are trying to get DRS off their backs, off their position. But how much more can they do? How much more can they breathe? As Cooper is still looking for that opening again. Killer YT is in a corner still, trying to find a position to work through. And that's a dangerous position for Cooper to be peeking out as well. He might work through to do something for his position, but could be a little bit more than they can think of. So they are trying their absolute best to do something from that angle. Malik drives even further in. Liquid getting caught out. Rig getting spotted out. Bullets start to rain onto that position, but I think Love's no way, and I don't see the read coming on. Leo pulling up to the scene. So 2 versus 3. Love still not away. Leo wants his engagement, but him will to his vehicle, disappear in the distance, and will find a better position to work. But that grenade is good. Drop him back, cost his HP back to a level, and he will actually knock away. Himson again hold off. Leo Esports trying their best to keep this one at bay, but they are by the end of the circle, and it's going to hurt any minute from now. Him now hops back to his vehicle to find a better position inside that zone, just to keep guys from T2K off his back, and they will have to reposition and find a brand new spot into that next circle. TE will be DRS again. Same eliminations from DRS. We've seen this play out again. Now we're down to 10. Look at DRS. They're playing exactly in the center of the road, playing from 2 sides in a 2-2 split, and they're trying to squeeze the angles on the west and the east at the same time. We've seen them play like this before, and we already know how that turned out. PBE now trying to play a defensive game. Yarly's the last one left. Hale Esports crashing inside. Grenade might pop through into the corner, trying to squeeze them through. STE have been sent back into the lobby, unfortunately, after that performance. Now it's all left to Enigma, but unfortunately he will succumb to the play zone and will be swept away. Now PBE, the last player, Yarly, has been spotted. That grenade might do the trick onto his position, but unfortunately they do not have the idea on where he's from. Tiger still trying to circle back, but this is the lineup for Hale Esports that we all know and love, and now they're starting to cook. Joker trying to pop through onto the top hand side, looking for that opening, looking for that corner, but he can't seem to find it. Smokes everywhere. They cannot seem to find Yarly inside of this little corner. He cannot move a muscle. The moment he moves, he is exposed. Now is the opportunity for Hale Esports to move, and they've actually started to make their advance into the next zone, totally forgetting about the last player from Playbook Esports. Enigma getting blown away by Leo Esports one after the other, and now Hale starting to make the advance. You could take a look at DRS's position. Simple playing off the back line and trying to spray into the distance, spray onto the corner. Joker getting caught out. Surely Delta will make the advance and will pop a grenade over that side. You can see that that is the style. That is the DRS way. One after the other, they start to cook. Here we go again. Killer with a spray. Catches NC2, knocks him clean off. 2 down, 3 to go. Tiger now will be the next victim if he's not careful enough, and he might be getting caught out. Tora Esports will be the next victims, courtesy of Genesis Esports again, getting caught out. Sky Only tries to make a rotation, but Killer will blow him up immediately. And the bullets will continue to seal through. Hill Esports are cut down to size. Playbook Esports getting caught out. Yali Zul will be blowing him away. Dewa United not letting it go. They're still holding on. 48 points, and they're still holding on. Moving up into the early 50s. Simple now. Tries to pop through over to the side. DRS Masterclass. We've seen this play out. Nooks again. He's seen the hit marker. Tries to spray through into the smoke, but unfortunately, Nooks will reposition, and now DRS have been squeezed out of the play zone, but that has never stopped them. Tiger's still inside, and he will succumb to the play zone damage, and that will be the end of Hill Esports. This is the best, I believe this is the best game they've had, actually, over to that first round game where they did play us 2, but that's not going to stop them. They drove a little bit too close for comfort, and Genesis Esports are up to 11 here. Now this is the Genesis Esports I know. Master Ichi itching to shoot. Beautiful spray from Simple with the Thompson all the way across, catches him. I never knew that the Tommy gun could spray that far, but it does in the hands of the right player, and Simple is the right player. Mini 14. 8 times. Deadly combination. Opportunity for DRS to seal right through. And Delta will be hurt from that position, but fortunately for him, they do have an angle to play from, and they might play it a little bit slow. But DRS will decide to play a little bit of a split. West and East trying to hold 2 teams separately. Genesis Esports, but Master Ichi is a little bit too close for comfort there, but they do have an angle on him. Surely he's been spotted. Now there's an opportunity for them to work through. Killer's going to be spotted, but Roots stores himself a little bit too much, and that's a beautiful spray from Delta, almost immediately shutting it down with the 6 times. And unfortunately, Roots has been sent back into lobby. Master Ichi, oh, that's a beautiful shot from Simple, but he's going to be dropped as well from the left-hand side. Tries Smile, the top G, tries to spray again. He's going to be caught out, and he's going to be stopped by Killer YT. DRS, steal it away, 10 eliminations, continues the spray. Killer starting to kill, drops another one. Zio will be the next victim. DRS again, trying to hold off. Grenade in hand, trying to deal with Leo Esports, but Dammy's there to shut that down. Dewa United in serious trouble, fighting too many teams at the same time. DRS up to 11 and up to 3. Delta continues to pop the grenades, trying to play off the back line, and tries to hold off that corner from Dewa United again. The northern side looking very, very dangerous. Kenneth is inside of the smoke, trying to keep his location hidden, but Delta knows exactly what time it is. Catches Daybot, sends him back into the lobby with the quickness, and that's the beauty of what we love to see. DRS still trying to hold off for the longest time. And Leo getting caught out by Kenneth again. Dewa United versus DRS. It's a 3 versus 2. We've seen this play off time and time again. Delta continues to spray, tries to catch him off. Unix again might peek over, but Delta has his number, might dial it up. Another opportunity for DRS to work through. Simple finds the angle, catches him off guard, and now we're down to 1. It's a 3 versus 1. And Unix has been spotted. Surely they know exactly what position it is, ladies and gentlemen. The DRS Masterclass is starting to cook again. 2 versus 1, 3 versus 1. And angles in the corner. Grenades start to spray through. Another grenade and another grenade and another grenade. DRS again. We've seen this play out, and I told you, we've seen this time and time again. That position, that angle that they hold from across the street, playing the West and the East at the same time. DRS will take that chicken dinner, and it's all or nothing. 2 chicken dinners for DRS. That tells you something. Masters of Erangel, that is for sure. You cannot take it away from them. But Dewa United absolutely killing it as well. But Killer was the one that was killing it. 800 on the money and 6 elimination points. I mean, you can't even make this up. This dude was working. The moment they dealt with Genesis Esports, that was a wrap. That was absolutely a wrap. You cannot make this up. Beautiful play from DRS. They are the real soldiers, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to wrap it up in around your 8-hour Stars Cup. You can't even see this anywhere else. DRS 6-5. 11 eliminations between between Killer and Simple. These two guys work so well together. That boy from Genesis Esports finally stepping up to the plate. This is the Genesis I know. And now the fire is on because DRS did a magnificent job of holding on into that final third. And Killer, Dammy, and Simple each putting some serious numbers in damages, almost 800 apiece. Killer almost cracking into the 900s, but that has not worked out too well for the other teams. He has been absolutely brilliant to watch. Now, it's about to be very, very chaotic. It's going to be very chaotic going forwards. But big shout out to Nukes as well. He did a magnificent long distance finish earlier, but 250 throws used. We just saw a match that had 92. And now we are at 250. That's a big number. 5 airdrops looted, man. Because when I saw that MG and when I saw that machine gun with the 6 times on it, man, that's to tell you that, yeah, these guys is cooking, man. They're not rested. They are cooking. And that's what we love to see, ladies and gentlemen. The action never stops. Take a look at that. DRS, 24 points. That's what we love to see. Genesis with 16 following suit. They were United with 15 as well. They were United 15 points. Point after point after point. Leo Esports also in the mix with 10 points. Hale, finally, I believe this is the best game they've had so far. 9 points on the board in 5th place. But YG also, I believe this has also been their best game, and that has been a big turn up. But Leo, Himson, and Kenneth with nukes. Now the fire is on. DRS probably in there as well, but they've not been able to crack the code. These are the teams that have performed exceptionally in every map. DRS fell away in 2 maps already, but they've done a masterclass performance in Erangel twice, getting themselves 2 chicken dinners. So they're probably already, they already have that advantage over the rest of the teams. But the damage points from Dammy and Himson, that's a big one. 14 eliminations, 13 here, 12 there. Big numbers all over the board. But DRS now 10 points between them and Dewa Esports all the way at the top. It's slowly at the top. Leo Esports in 3rd place, 44 points, still not too far away, but the gap, ladies and gentlemen, it's starting to look like a gap right there between 3rd and 4th and 1st and 4th. I mean, Playbook Esports are trying their absolute best, but they are not just cutting it. HGD do have a chicken dinner, but they're all the way out there in 11th, and Horror, T2K, Oya, Genesis finally in the mix. Genesis would be the team to watch out for if they are trying to cook something here. 1-4-1. Finally getting their first point on the board, but hopefully they will be able to rise to the occasion going into the final map. They do love themselves some Miramar action. And now we've got 4 games down. DRS, again, another masterclass, giving us all of the action to pop through with. Ladies and gentlemen, Miramar is up next. We know exactly what time it is. Miramar is where we're going to wrap things up. But what a performance from DRS again, in Erangel again. We've seen the tape play out. We've seen the script run out. But it's the 8-hour Stars Cup Battle of Regions, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having fun. I hope you are too. It's your boy Priest bringing you the action from 8R and METAGOOGOL.TECH. Without further ado, Miramar's up next right after this break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. We just saw another DRS masterclass. You love to see it, don't you? Don't you love to see it when DRS just do what they know how to do best. It's crazy how after all that performance, they're still not in first place, 2 chicken dinners. But Dewa United has been super consistent. Can they do it 5 out of 5 times? They've been consistent in every single map. You know, Kenneth has been cooking, but can they make it happen? DRS fumbled in Miramar the last time. They got caught out relatively very early. I think they went out in 15th place, and I think they got only like 1 point. But Dell United was super consistent. They put a couple of points on the board in the last Miramar game. Can they do more of the same? We're about to find out. Interesting play zone we've got here from the northern side, a little bit of a northwest to an east position. That's about to be a big change. That's about to be a big game changer for the guys for Dewa United and DRS. Hopefully they'll clash into each other. That's gonna be a big one to watch. Very big one. But 141, I'm still looking out for them because I know how very dangerous 141 can be. But they've not had the best start today. So hopefully this might be the game that they will be stepping up to the plate. They are the team I will be looking out for in this final map today. But never stopped me before. It's not going to stop me today. So ladies and gentlemen, the action is about to kick off. Interesting cut down the middle. We've got Creative Fields, La Cabrera in the touch. Run. What is that? What is that? Okay, we've got El Pozo in the mix. There's a whole lot of bodies in El Pozo. And play zone usually moves to Chumacera and Los Leones in a flight path like this, but water treatment, El Azhar, Cruz de Valle in a tricky position, might do the trick here. Ooh, here we go again. 141 in trouble once again. We've seen this work through before. It looks like it's going to be Genesis Esports. Put a smile on their face with this one. Catching one of the guys from 141, and it might be the work of Westy, because he has been absolutely brilliant since he came on. Now Genesis Esports know exactly what time it is. They know exactly what they're trying to do. And wait, where is all of this going on? Thank you, San Martin. Thank you, production, because there's 3 teams in San Martin, so that gives you an interesting thought of how this works, as Rafai is in a little bit of a bind onto that high ground, but Exquisite Esports will be moving out of San Martin, so they will leave it to 141 and Genesis Esports to do with it as they see fit. It's going to be a little bit of a banger, though, to hold off from that side. Himson has been in serious trouble. Liquid will be getting caught out. Oh, that's a nice spray onto Minor. He's going to get caught by Himson. Himson has been known to not let things happen. Oh, wow. Himson is him again. He closes that gap. And Leo Esports still hold on, not losing a single body. Genesis Esports will have a lot of chasing to do if they cannot rid this area of 141. There's still a lot of work to do. Sirius and Rafai with JD will have a lot to do. Oh, that's a nice spray by the corner there. Westy catching Rafai with a little bit of a shot there with the M4, the ICIC M416. And Sirius will have a lot to do again if they are trying to do something from that position. It's going to be a very tricky one, though. They're getting overwhelmed. And this is one of those engagements that I'm not really a fan of. But Genesis, it looks like they will make the breach. It looks like they will be breaching. They are on the ground floor. I would love to see the angles they're trying to play from. That's a better angle to navigate through with from Rafai. Trying to pop over to the corner side. Again, they are Westy trying to peek in over the top. Can't seem to find the angles just right. JD. But that's the beauty of Westy's position, though. He's feeding all the intel. That's the danger of Westy's position, because he can tell them exactly where Sirius and the rest of the players from 141 are holed up, and Smile, the top G, might be the one to pop that grenade over. Yes, he is the one to pop it over. I knew it. And that's based off of the angles there. Sirius immediately is confirmed. And Rafai's dropped. Closed out immediately. Drops 1 for 2. JD up on the steps. But Top G's there. He's not going to let this one slide. Can he make it 3 for 3? Might drop him 2. Opens the door. Tries to pop through, but he turns his back and faces onto the left-hand side and might be stopping up from that corner from Westy. Will be able to tag him. Master Ichi getting picked up just in time as he was about to bleed out. But Genesis Esports will come out on top. 141, unfortunately, will be getting swept away by Genesis Esports with a beautiful angle from Westy, keeping them at bay. He was the real deal in that entire engagement. Westy was the one that was doing all of the heavy lifting from that position because he was exposed. If he got knocked, there was no saving him. If he got knocked there, nobody was gonna save him because he was in serious trouble. So big shout out to Westy. He has been crucial since he was added back into the roster, I believe, from game 3. So that's what we love to see. Leo Esports also up 4 with Genesis. Take a look. Genesis climbing all the way to 4th place. Now, there's a lot of work to be done because for Genesis, to survive, to perform, Leo, DRS, and Dewa United have to fail. Now it's a matter of which team is gonna fail in this game, because if we're being real, someone is gonna drop points here. But who's it gonna be? We don't know who it is. But Genesis Esports already on the right trajectory. Ever since they added Westy, they've been getting some serious point boosts. They did a magnificent job in the previous game, and it looks like they will be on the same wavelength coming into this game. But Slim not. And the guys from Leo Esports will have their work cut out for them, biting off a little bit more than they can chew if they will play out from this position for the longest. Oya started off strongly, but if you take a look at the points, you will see Genesis all the way down to Hale, 4th to 9th. It is only a 5-point difference. It is only 5 points. That is the difference from 4th to 9th. And DRS, again, getting caught out. We leave by Bro. They did lose one there. Killer will return the favor to Ryman. And Playbook Esports will be the victims this time. Continues to spray, but Bro will take that one away. Cool getting caught out. But Simple with a beautiful spray across will catch her. 1 point for DRS. DRS already short 25%. Playing S3 now. Bro trying to work the angles there for a few, but Bro are one of those teams you do have to be very careful of. Because they did have a good game in the last Miramar, but they did get caught out in an ultimatum. Hopefully that will not be the case this time. Range, Claw, and Federales have been doing their absolute best to keep this position at bay, but there's still a lot of teams trying their absolute best to work through. But Sky9 will return the fire to DR. And DR tanking away. 2 players knocked away. Boyka. Long J trying to do his absolute best, but he's going to be stopped as well. Oy again with the onslaught. One after the other. Skyway far. The last one left for DR. And he hops, skips, and jumps out of danger. He drives away. Living to fight yet another day. But DR have not had the best of starts in this final. They will continue to send shots his way, but Playbook Esports will be sent back into the lobby courtesy of a joint effort from Bro and ADE. But Bro will be doing a majority of the heavy lifting. They've got 3. And Super Myzine has been spotted. Might be getting sprayed out. His vehicle will take a little bit of damage. So will he, but he will move up into a better terrain position moving forwards. But again, it's going to take a little bit more than some activity to work through. Boyka getting caught out finally and back into the lobby. And Iran, bro, they did do well enough in the playoffs, but nothing too untoward from them. And Hora and Leo will crash into each other. Leo need to crack into that 50-point margin. That's what they're trying to do, but it looks like a breach. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful angle from Hora. Peeking into the guys from Leo Esports. Another one bites the dust, and it is going to be Slipknot down. They're down to 2. And Leo Esports cannot drop points. I mean, they've got 4, but it's not enough if, at the rate they're trying to go. And Liquid is going to be chased by Sky. One after the other, they will try to make the advance, but they will move into a better position. I believe Sky cannot breach that position without losing 1 or 2 players, but they are aware of where Leo Esports have made their bed and hopefully plan to lie in it going forwards. An outstanding position for them to circumvent the attack going forwards, but Exquisite this is one of the teams that actually started relatively very strong in the playoffs, you know. But now, fortunately, it's been a fall from grace for them. So hopefully they will find their footing, at least in this game. But it's not looking like it, because most of these teams know exactly why they are playing the exact way they are when it comes to this map. The high ground will always be a big, big decider on how most of those teams will perform. But the South, HGD, I love their position. They are going to play from the South for the time being, so we'll play with no enemies behind them, but that could change. And Exquisite will have to find somewhere inside of Chubasera to navigate from. Choppery will be getting caught out there. Back into the lobby he will go. And Sky Only and AD will crash into each other somewhere of an engagement. Might change the entire dynamic of that western side. There's a whole lot of bodies inside. NC2 still playing off the backside. Super Myzine looking for that opening. As he'll have one player knocked away. Shazam now trying to look for that opening. Also, nice touch. Nice touch from Tizzy. From YG. That's a beautiful use of the buildings to shuffle around and get a shot into the open. And now Enigma trying to work through. S12K in hand now from Cooper. Tries to play and feint and drop the shoulder to the left and the right hand side. Cooper again trying to work the angles again to pop through. He has an opportunity to circle the block. This Cube, another top G variant for Enigma, trying to do something up onto that position. As we know, Enigma sliding through into the final third. That's a nice grenade onto Caps, but unfortunately got the wrong angle. Joker will be getting blown away there. Opportunity comes but once. Tizzy trying to get his HP back up, but Caps can't seem to find the angle. Now he's trying to circle with the DBS. Cooper again, jump shot onto the corner, catches him with the DBS, sweeps him away. Enigma now looking for an opportunity to deal some more damage onto the guys from YG. There's more action. There's more frivolities going on. Sky Only, unfortunately, finally succumbing to his injuries. Caps again pops that DBS. Looking for the angles, circling, jumping through. Here's the opening again. Caps from the backside. Catches him off guard. Sweeps him away. Enigma looking for another opening. As the top G is looking to squeeze whatever he can from YG. One after the other, they start to fall. They're down to 1. But it's 1 versus 2. And Romeo Boy is known for surviving. There's a little bit more to it than that one still. But AWM from Dami onto Roots, and he's going to be feeling that one for a little bit longer. DRS will take some more damage. Leo Esports all having the same idea of that rotation, but Hill down to 1. Tiger very capable. HGD now breaching that position. They know exactly what they're trying to do. And Tiger might decide to bounce that grenade off to the walls, but again, the angles might be a little bit too tough for him to breach through. But hopefully this might be a tricky one, a three-piece. Nice grenade. Cuts him a little bit towards the side of the sky again. It will hurt. But Rick's had a perfect angle on him. We'll bounce that one straight onto the skull, and Hale, unfortunately, will not be able to advance any further, at least for today. We'll have to come back tomorrow, watch, learn, and reposition, and know exactly what went wrong today. It did start as a two-man. They did play a two-man step in the first game, but couldn't really blame it on that one, because they did actually perform well as a two-man. So what more can they do? Enigma still circling backwards, still trying to deal with YG's last player, Romeo Boy, but he's capable in close quarters positions. We know exactly what he can do from there. Cube again. And a Molotov over the top. He's trying his best to keep an angle on it. They do it. They know exactly where he is. They will breach inside. He spams the S12K. And he made the mistake of the reload and paid dearly for it. 4 eliminations to Enigma. And that's a big way to finish. They did lose 2 in the process. But they will be happy with this one. 4 points on the board. And now we're down to 13. Slow but steady will win the race. But how slow do you have to be? That is the question. These are the questions. T2K have been having a very slow day today. But they're not worried. Tanking it a little bit in the graveyard. They've got the play zone. But so does Dewa United. And they are within touching distance. Enigma now trying to relive the chaos that we've seen that they can do. As Yakub, the top G, continues to spray into the smoke but can't seem to find the angles. And I believe it is the guys from Oya that they are trying to get rid of. But that position is too chaotic for them to do something about. As Exquisite now will be on the receiving end. Oya continue to spray onto that position and they will catch a body. Oya have one player knocked away as well. Nang finally gets a shot onto Nathan. Sends him back to his knees. And now will be an opportunity for Enigma to circumvent and find a place inside of that circle. And Exquisite are crawling and brawling, trying their absolute best to work through, but all you have 3 to work through with as well. Now make it 4. Sky9 starting to cook again. We know exactly what Sky9 is capable of. And UI, the last one, I believe, for Exquisite. At least he's trying to work through, but he's going to be knocked away by Nang. Beautiful spray to work the angles again, and he's going to be run over by Astro. Oh yeah, again up to 6. Now I believe they are the highest in the lobby. Nukes has been spotted. Will take some damage. Leo Esports still quiet. Oya making their presence known. Up to 30 points now. They still have a long way to go if they're trying to change things here. But Genesis Esports have all 4 players up and 4 eliminations. Genesis Esports. Is this the game that will boost them up? Is this the game that they will steal that chicken dinner from the clutches of the other teams? Because this is looking, because the position they are in that circle begs the case for them. But Oya will have to make an advance if they are trying to play from that western side. There's more to it than that play zone. T2K have a fantastic position here, but not a lot of leeway, as Exquisite finally will be snuffed out. They've not been able to get 10 points out of 4 games, out of 5 games. You know, I mean, 10 points is 2 points per game at least. They've not been able to crack that. But it's not over just yet. All it takes is one masterclass day, and that will be enough for you, you know. Range, bro, looking quite soft. So after 4 eliminations that they got from picking apart a couple of teams like Playbook Esports earlier. But that has never stopped them from engaging with the audience, engaging with the fans. There's a little bit more to it than that one. Opportunity will come. Wahora still looking. They've got 4. Well, not a lot of eliminations on the board just yet, but Oya have 7, and that's one of the teams that we've been looking out for. But taking a look at that zone, you can see just outside of Picado, DRS playing in from the west. They have a little bit of play zone inside, so you already know what the strategy for them is. They're trying to play slow, but Leo might run into them. Take a look at Genesis instead. 4-man team from the north, just on the hillside of Picado. That's a team that has a strategy, playing off the backside. 2 players outside of the zone and 2 inside. 2-2 split. We've seen it. It's very classic. It works almost every single time when used effectively. But can they make it happen? There's a whole lot of bodies still. 38 players are still in the cut. Genesis Esports on the hillside. Very, very high up the hillside. And have a little bit of the zone to work with. Claire will work through as well. And Killer will... Oh, that one must have hurt. That's a big one to work through. Dami with a beautiful shot to the skull of Killer. And I think that one will change the entire dynamic, but he's trying to do something about it. He's trying to cook, though. Grenade in hand, surely. He's trying to work through, but they were ready for him. They were absolutely ready for him. He peaked, and he was hurt immediately now. And that AWM has been dropped off. Surely they will pick it up and start to cook with it, DRS. But do they have a sniper? Do they have anyone that can make the AWM work? Now is the opportunity to find out. Range now up to 5 eliminations for Bro. And Astros continues to cook again. Beautiful position, but Federal is trying to keep the guys from HGD at bay. Claire trying to get his HP back up. There's a lot of chaos in the southern part of the circle. Wait, trying to breach, but Federal is not giving them any time of day, trying to keep them at bay, trying to force them to play off the wrong angle so they can't get them out. And HGD losing players left, right, and center, now at the mercy of T2K. Peeked out a little bit too much. Claire will be caught out and knocked away by T2K, and is going to be rigged from the backside. And they are in a little bit of a squash sandwich here. T2K will not keep them breathing space, but they do have a little bit of a dip domain, so they can play from inside the box. But they do have to be very careful. Rix is there. Snitch will be caught out, and that will be the end. Pro up to 8, but they have lost Claire, unfortunately. That third party backside from T2K, and DRS up to 4. Now they've been squeezed out of that position. A little bit of a play zone to work through from that western side. And they will have to make an advance. But Master Ichi and the rest of the guys from Genesis Esports will have to do something about it. Dewa getting caught out and will be eliminated in 9th place. Dewa will be the team to drop points. 0 points made. Now is an opportunity for DRS to catch up. Leo have been swept out as well, courtesy of DRS, trying to hold them at bay. And now Oya, T2K, Horror, and Genesis all have the opportunity to sweep up a chicken dinner here and close the gap between themselves and Dewa United. But it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a very, very tricky one for them to do. As Mia has been caught out and sent back into the lobby. Genesis now spraying into the distance. We'll catch a couple. Malik getting caught out by Master Ichi. Genesis not letting any bodies rest as they continue to spray from the high ground. Gotta love that position from Genesis Esports. Can't go wrong with that one, but it's all a matter of the sprays. How well can you spray? And Horror have not made their way into the next zone. It's going to be a very tricky one to get caught out again. But Bro will make the advance. Here come Oya now trying to breach through. T2K in trouble, getting caught out 2 ways from 1. And now Nang trying to pop over from the western side, continues to spray on. And Suyog finally getting caught out. Bites another dust, swept away, down to 1. It is going to be Jane, the last one left for T2K. Jane will play outside from inside the shack. They've got 5 eliminations, but it's a little bit too much. Bahora pulling up to the scene. They have Jane's location now, and he's going to be swept away. Enigma buying a low one again. Malik has been caught. Oh, that's a fantastic grenade from Jane. Had an idea of no fear's position and responded in kind. Horror can experience the horror right now as they lose players one at a time. No fear can't be picked up. He will bite the dust. Sent back into the lobby by Jane. Jane finally discovered by Mafia Ninja. Back into the lobby he goes. Now we're down to 5. Genesis, Hora, and Oya still in mix. Oya up to 10. 37 points. Now they're in top 5. The placement points are starting to give a boost right now. Oya now trying the absolute best to hold now, but Sky9 will be getting heavily tagged up. And he still manages to drop Federalis with the DBS in front of him. Gets the confirmation. Bro still alive. Up to 9. Trying to hold off the angles there, but the top side looking very, very dangerous for Bro to work through. Oyan's on the backside. DRS in front. He might be caught in a sandwich here. The moment he starts to pump right through, but Oya still playing off the backside again, trying to look over the top. Genesis is there, trying to keep them at bay. Westy trying to play off on the back line as well to keep all of these teams from moving inside of the circle, as Genesis have held that position for the longest. Westy's aware, and a nice grenade, beautiful Molotov cocktail to seal the deal there. Simple's been knocked away. It's going to be a tricky one. Take a look at Killer. He's inside the vehicle, hasn't moved a single muscle, and a grenade is good, might hurt, but unfortunately bounces away. Molotov cocktail to follow suit. I don't know if they're aware that Killer's inside of that vehicle and hasn't moved a muscle, but Westy might be caught out by Roots at the moment he starts to make the advance. DRS, they know exactly how to play in positions like this, but they might be getting squeezed for their juices by Genesis Esports if they can break through, but Roos catches Westy, knocks him clean off as expected, and that's an opportunity for DRS to hold up. Master Ichi getting swole up by Killer again. DRS slipping away this one from Genesis Esports. A Smile will be called out again. Westy confirmed by Roots again. Genesis Esports getting handed by the back line by DRS, one after the other. They start to fall. The backside looking very, very dangerous here. A back-to-back chicken dinner for DRS is in the cars right now, trying to hold up. A spray towards Top G. Can Top G make it happen? He swapped right through. He will be stopped by DRS. Now they're up to 8. Beautiful spray from Roots again. Turns immediately 180 degrees. Catches the spray off. Point of view again. Switches to the grenade. Tries to pop him over, but he will head all the way to the backside. Roots will be the last one left of DRS. And Oya now have the game intact. 4 versus 1. But Roots, is he capable? Can he make something happen? Might switch over to the vehicle again to pop through, but he's going to be overwhelmed in a 4 versus 1. And DRS will be swept away by Oya. But what a way to finish that one. Chicken dinner. And Oya, I think they got up to 15. And I think with that performance, they are now within touching distance of the top 3. As Leo Esports and Dewa dropped some points there, but DRS continue to hold on. Now they show exactly what it takes to hold off a Genesis Esports team. I was expecting so much more for Genesis, but into the final third, the play zone was unfortunate for them. They had to be forced down from the high ground into the waiting arms of DRS. Killer starting to kill them off. Westy was the first to get caught out, but Oya was absolutely dominating right out the jump. 10 eliminations. Astrox was him. 1,000 plus on damage points alone. And that tells you an interesting way that Oya was able to make things happen, and I told you to watch out for them. They were super consistent coming into the first 2 games. Got a little bit overwhelmed in Sanok and in the previous Aranjo, but they did put some points on the board, and now this is the performance that they've been looking for. Top G once again reigning in with 4 eliminations. Astro has been absolutely beautiful to watch so far for Oya, and Nang as well. Now this is now the game is on. Now the game is on. Top G, Astro, Nang, all of them coming up. You know, DRS couldn't lay a finger on these guys. It was absolutely insane to watch. But, whew, Oya was absolutely brilliant. I'm trying to see how many points they did, because I know they were at some point they were up to 11 eliminations. You know, so they started to cook coming in from that southern side. They played off from that position. Over 1,000 for Astro. Top G doing a magnificent job to hold on and play off from that position as well. And if you take a look, you would see 700 plus on the damage for 9. Top G for Genesis Esports, was able to make something happen, but Suyog was able to do almost 400 meters for the eliminations, but unfortunately, it couldn't make it happen. 251 throws used. Again, another very, very high number, and and you can imagine that we saw 92 today still, and now we have 251. 15 eliminations turns to 25 points for Oya again. Beautiful way to end the day. DRS in second place with 14. Bro with 12 points in third place. Genesis with 11. Genesis could have done so much better to be within reach, but unfortunately that performance is not going to cut it. They need to do so much more than this one. Bahora still putting up some numbers on the board as well. T2K, Enigma, and ADE still falling up short. Leo Esports still put some points on the board, but it's not enough. They need to do so much better if they are trying to remain in that top three. YG, HGD, and Hale, all the last teams to get some points going into the final third. And Dami, Himson, Nukes, and Killer YT from DRS. Absolutely brilliant to watch so far. Dami has been absolutely wonderful to key in. I think he's almost about to cross 3,000. Probably going to see that tomorrow as well. So, big number, big number coming in from the guys from Leo. Between them, I mean, they've done almost 7,000 or 8,000 as a team. So that tells you exactly what we're looking out for. But, ladies and gentlemen, the overall rankings will give you a sneak peek on what's going on now. DRS, with a stellar performance, will come out on top. Now they are in first place. And now Oya have boosted themselves with that chicken dinner deep into top three. But Leo is just behind them with 1 point. Horror equally behind with 12 points. Still a little bit of a gap there, but it's very achievable. A chicken dinner will take you a long way. Oya is living proof, living testimony of that. Genesis Esports in sixth place after that stellar performance. So it's not too far-fetched. All they need is a chicken dinner, and this entire table will turn on its head. But DRS, absolutely beautiful watching them today. Another masterclass performance. Top, top, top. 2 chicken dinners and a top 2 finish. Doesn't get any better than that as they snatch that one going to the final third. But Dami and Himson almost doing the exact same number of damage points, but the throwables from Dami just take a far superior lead. 15-4. That's to tell you this guy does not play around with those grenades, and we've seen that today. The grenades, the smoke utility, even the stuns have been absolutely brilliant to watch. And now he's one of those players you need to be on the lookout for, but it's not too late. It's just day one, ladies and gentlemen. The action continues to steam off. It is the 8R Stars Cup Battle of Regions. And you already know the head-to-head between DRS and Dewa is going to be spicy because Dewa United, like as expected, have 5 minutes more on them than DRS have. But the chicken dinners will be what we look at going into the final third. Throwables roughly about the same. DRS have been super consistent when it comes to finishing into the final third. Same thing with Dewa United, but they did get caught out in Miramar, unfortunately. But DRS, the only team to get 2 chicken dinners today. Can they do more? Can they be that much consistent? Tomorrow we will find out how they've been able to cope going into the next day. They're starting off really strong, 65 points, but Dewa United will not let them rest. It's 4 points away. They're probably the first position is where they're trying to be. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to keep up with our engagements on social media. Follow, like, share, and subscribe. 8R Organización Esports. You can take a look at your screen. You will see all of our social media outlets. So make sure to tap in and keep yourself up to date. Do not forget to download the MetaGoogle app for Android or iOS devices. You can scan the QR code and get straight to it. But without further ado, if you want to go over to the website, it's METAGOOGOL.TECH. That is MetaGoogle's website. So Go over there and tap in. Don't forget, tap into the social media. You might win yourself an iPhone 15. All you have to do is download the MetaGoogle app and work right through from there on all our social media platforms. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, showtime is over for today. So catch you the next time. It's the 8-Hour Stars Cup Battle of Regions brought to you by 8R and METAGOOGOL.TECH. It is your boy Preez bringing you guys the action. I hope you guys enjoyed today because I certainly did. And I can't wait for day 2 and we'll see the top 3 teams that will make it to the grand finals to compete for 6,200 USD. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, stay strapped, stay locked in, and don't forget to enjoy yourself, have fun. See you guys day 2.